Who killed your mom?
Killed?
Yes. It's you, your dad, and your mom at the house.
At this life-defining moment, Carson Glover is confronted with the murder of his mother, Sonia, who was found lying in a pool of blood. As suspicion begins to fall on both him and his father, William, Carson's unsettling demeanor provokes more questions than sympathy.
They killed my mom.
Well, explain what you...
Chainsaws, machetes.
Carson's behavior borders on delusional, but what he did was downright bizarre.
Hey, bro.
This is serious.
Hey, bro.
Nobody else in here.
I know it's crazy. He ain't arrested me or nothing.
Why would we arrest you?
Because he's saying my mom's name.
Carson attempts to outsmart the detectives, but they're determined to uncover the secret he's desperately trying to hide behind his facade of madness.
I'm the best teammate y'all got.
And that's why we're trying to get good
and
information.
then y'all is just some damn police officers.
On December 21st, 2019, in Sherwood, Arkansas, 55-year-old William Glover reported discovering the body of his wife, 54-year-old Sonia Glover, on the couch, covered in blood. Inside the home, officers also encountered the couple's 19-year-old son, Carson Glover. Both William and Carson were taken to the police station for further questioning.
I'm Detective McDermott, Sherwood Police Department. Along with me here, Sergeant Hicks. And in front of me is Carson Glover. So Carson, go ahead and tell me yesterday, your whole day,
All
from
right,
the time you woke up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, first when I woke up, I split a little firewood because we almost had a whole load to take down the street to sell the firewood. So after we did that, we took it down the street and sold the firewood.
In whose week?
This is at like 2:00, and this is me and my dad.
Okay.
And then let me think for a second. When my mom got there, when me and my dad got there, my mom wasn't there, and I called her, and she said she was at Goodwill, Dollar Tree, going to Jacksonville Goodwill, saying she's gonna be back later. So she didn't get there till like, let's say about 5:30, and then what happened? I knew this was gonna happen, but at 5:30, what happened? Oh yeah, me and my dad, we got a fire pit going because he was gonna make some cheeseburgers on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hold on. But you see, come out. That's all correct. But there was like times where I kept leaving and my dad kept leaving. So like I don't know the order. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, just
Like I would go to my friend's house, and then I would go to my house. Then I would go to another friend's house, and my dad would be over here going to his friend's house, going to go get some more firewood. You know what I mean? Like I was over here going to my friend's house, hanging out with my friends, and my dad was working pretty much.
So let's start back real quick, okay? And we'll walk through it, okay?
Yeah,
I'll help
yeah.
you with it. So what time did you wake up yesterday?
About 10:45.
10:45. Okay. And you were at your house at...
Yes, I was.
Okay. Was anybody else in the residence?
Yeah,
Who?
my mom and dad.
Okay. All right. So you got home around 10 o'clock, you said? Who was all at the residence when you got home?
I know my mom's car was there.
Did you see your mom?
She was laying down on the couch.
Okay. Did you speak to her? Did you see her?
No, I'm trying to remember my dad's truck was there. No, well, yeah, she was sleeping on the couch.
Okay. So she was sleeping on the couch. And then what happened?
After what?
Well, you walked in, you seen her sleeping on the couch. Then what'd you do?
Well, I probably went to my room, but no, I was trying to figure out what I did before then. Because I don't remember, like, if my dad was there. It's just like a whole bunch of different variations. Like, if my dad's not there, I'm going to get my friend to come back over. And it's, I don't know how to describe it to you. It's like a bunch of crazy life stories you have to be with. You got to be with our friends to know, I guess.
Carson offers a vague timeline riddled with inconsistencies, despite the fact that the events occurred just a day earlier. During questioning, he lets something slip. He knew this was going to happen. He claims he saw his mother lying on the couch when he got home that night, assuming she was asleep. However, his reluctance to provide clear answers and his evasive demeanor suggest that he's dodging the truth, confident that he's outsmarting the investigators. Then, he says something so unexpected that it leaves detectives stunned.
All right, well, look,
That's probably what it is.
Carson, this is what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
don't want the person that gets hurt, I don't want you to know nothing about them.
What do you mean by that?
They killed my mom.
Well, explain what you...
Chainsaws, machetes. What do you mean? Y'all are talking to me. I have a brother too.
Well, we can only talk one at a time.
Exactly. That's stupid.
All right, you got home around 10, and your mom was sleeping on the couch.
Right.
And she wasn't hurt or anything?
I ain't mess with her.
Well, I know that. I'm saying she wasn't hurt.
I didn't mess with her. I
Okay.
seen afterwards. So, okay. But I didn't walk over there towards her.
Okay. So tell me, after she was done, she was sleeping on the couch.
And then, oh my God.
What did you do? You said you probably went to your room? Or
Wait, what was your question?
You said after you seen her sleeping on the couch, you said you probably went to your room?
Yeah, I either went to my room or fireplace, maybe.
Okay, which is it? Which one did you do? Did you go to your room?
Maybe both.
Okay. Then what happened after that? Did you go to sleep or just stay in your room?
No, I did go out to the fire. All right, I went to my room, then I did go back to the fireplace, went back to my room, and then that's when my dad got there. And then I heard screaming, I ran in there, and then I instantly seen a pillow right there covered in blood.
How long was your dad home from the time you heard the screaming?
How long was he home since I heard the screaming? Like, my dad just got home, then I heard the screaming?
Well, that's what you said earlier. You said you weren't sure if he was home, and then you said he just got
Nah,
home.
he was freaking out. He wasn't, like, screaming, you know?
How did you know your dad just got home? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I heard the door.
You heard which door?
The door, the red door.
The front door?
The front door is loud. I mean, you can hear it.
Okay. And then after you heard the door open, then what?
And then I still stayed in my room. And then, like, 2 seconds later, he said, "She's dead." That's exactly what he said.
Okay. How did he say it?
Screaming.
Okay. Do you know who would do this to your mom?
No.
As Carson continues to speak, he unknowingly digs himself deeper. In an attempt to deflect attention, he mentions having a brother, subtly shifting suspicion in another direction. He claims it was his father's screams that drew him from his room to discover his mother's body. However, the longer the questioning continues, the more twisted it becomes. Detectives begin to wonder, is Carson covering for his father or deliberately painting him as the villain to save himself? Now they're about to confront him about a statement he made just moments ago. and his reaction only deepens their suspicion.
That's what we're just trying to make sure that we're on the same page with you. We want to understand.
Because
Well,
a
it's
couple of your
impossible.
statements, it kind of your timeline kind of keeps mixing up. So that's what I'm trying to.
I'm
walk
really
with.
good at that, though. I'm good at that. I'll admit that.
Well,
Like
let me ask-
timelines and like
let me ask
on
you this.
points, exactly 9
Okay.
o'clock. I'm good at that.
Well, that's all
What's
we're
up?
trying to establish. So let me ask you this. You said a statement earlier. You said you knew this was going to happen. What did you
I
mean
ain't
by
say that. No, I did not say that.
Well, actually, I wrote it down when you said it.
I knew
So
this was going to happen.
You said it, and I wrote it down right when you
I
said it.
knew this. No, I never.
Okay.
I didn't say. No. Time out.
Okay. It's fine.
I might have said something similar or
Okay.
whatever.
What did you mean?
No, when did you hear me say that?
Right
I'm
at the beginning.
curious.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Of here,
Mm-hmm.
I knew this was going to happen. And well, I was about what? You knew what was
I'm
going
trying
to
to
happen.
ask you. I'm trying to ask you what you meant by that.
Well, shoot, I'm over here freaking out. I think I'm like in jail right now.
You're not in jail.
You're not.
I
You're
know,
not.
but it's just the way I am.
We're trying to figure out what happened to your mom. Okay.
That's taken care of. What we doing? Let's like put in some investigation or
That's
something.
what we're doing.
That's what we're doing right now. Okay.
We have to get the timelines of everybody that's seen her. We got
Some
the we got
damn
the bill.
kid probably.
Why do you think that? Is there a kid in particular? you
Not
think?
particular. Well, there was, but I don't really think so.
Who?
No, that. I mean, he's done for.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to help me understand what it's like in your household living there. How would you describe living there at your house?
It's arguments. It's pretty. I mean, it's arguments and fights all the time.
Okay.
But
who's
it's not.
arguing?
It's not like no, or fighting. It's like
Who's arguing?
pouring milk and Mountain Dew on each other type of fighting.
Right. Well, who's
That
fighting?
happened
is
last-
that between
that happened
you
last
and-
night.
and mom, or you and
No.
dad, or
Dad, them two.
you talking about you two being, or them two being your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened last night.
What happened last night?
My dad poured Mountain Dew on my mom,
Okay.
and one time poured coffee on it.
Okay.
What time did that all happen?
That one happened a while back. The coffee was yesterday. I mean, the Mountain Dew was yesterday, and something else serious happened yesterday, but I can't remember.
Tell us about it.
I'm thanking you, man. And I seen him pour the coffee on it.
What happened after?
Hot coffee.
When was that?
That was a couple months ago. That was like 3 months ago. But
When,
my dad's he's not a bad person though. He's kind of he's a little crazier, you know.
What happened after he poured Mountain Dew on her?
Well, actually, I don't know because I was in my room. Next thing I know, they both ran outside and then they locked themselves out. So I had to go unlock them in. And then my mom was trying to scratch me and stuff, but
That was tonight?
that was yesterday,
Well, what time was that?
late, like 11 o'clock. I'm surprised the cops didn't call then.
Like 11 o'clock last night?
Mm-hmm. Like they were screaming super loud.
Carson backtracks on a statement he made just moments earlier, but the detectives aren't fooled. His tone shifts and he begins to sound like a victim, even grimly suggesting his fate is already sealed. As the questioning deepens, detectives ask about his parents' relationship. Carson's response paints a troubling picture of his father, William, either exposing a motive rooted in alleged mistreatment or cleverly deflecting blame once again. Whether it's the truth or manipulation, the detectives sense a deeper game at play, and they're determined to uncover it.
I'm going to ask you another question. I want you to be truthful. Okay? Does your dad own any type of firearm? Handgun, rifle?
My dad?
Yes.
I don't know what my dad does.
Well, doesn't he like to hunt and stuff?
I don't know what my dad owns as a firearm.
Are there any in the house? Do you own one?
Okay, see, now that's a problem because there's no guns. No guns. There's no guns.
All right,
Yeah,
Carson,
okay.
What?
are you being 100% truthful?
They're not mine for sure.
I didn't say they were
Yeah,
yours. I'm just asking, are there any guns in the house? Because you know there's ways that we can test.
Okay,
Are there any guns in the house?
I don't know if my dad has any guns in the house, but look, I do, but you won't find them.
It's not to get anybody in trouble. We're just trying to answer that question.
Carson, look, I understand
I'm
a father-son
just-
relationship, and I understand that you're wanting
To go home.
go home, but you're also wanting to protect him. You're
No,
scared to
I don't.
answer.
Hey, but when I get out of here, I'm not sure what the I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be bouncing off walls. You know, you feel me?
Just listen. I understand
You'll
that
see
you're
me.
scared to answer some of the questions because you're afraid you might say the wrong thing. All we want is the truth, because right now that's going to help you. You understand?
I ain't going to no court.
I didn't say you're going to court.
I already got felony.
Listen. You understand how serious this is.
No, that's the thing. I really don't think I do. I think I just need to plead for insanity right now.
Carson, look at me.
Plea for what?
Insanity.
You seen your mom, right?
No.
That's how serious this is.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
This is serious.
Hey, bro.
There's nobody else in here.
I know it's crazy. He ain't arrested me or nothing.
Why would we arrest you?
Because he's saying my mom's name. Bro, I will destroy this whole room.
For what?
For no reason.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
What?
That's not what we're here for. What we want to get justice for your mom. Is that not what you want?
It. We're trying to find who did this to your mom.
Honestly. Okay, how are we gonna do it? What are we gonna do?
Well, that's what we're
It's
trying
like-
to ask questions and
But no, I'm the best teammate y'all got. You
and
know?
that's why we're trying to get good
and then
information.
y'all is just some damn police officers.
Mhm.
I just need to hit the streets myself.
Well, right now, the last two people that saw your mom are you and your dad, and that's what we're trying to establish. When
Oh no.
somebody last seen them, what was there, what was.
I couldn't look.
Okay, well, y'all were the last
I'm
two.
gonna be traumatized.
I'm sure,
It ain't even hit me yet, by the way.
and it hadn't. Did at any time you get over near your mom or anything to even check on her? Or,
I seen a pillow of blood right there, and that's as far as I could go.
what else did you see?
That's it. I seen my dad looking at her face.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I was getting out of the door.
Where'd you go after you seen her?
What?
Where'd you go after you seen her?
Out the door.
What does that mean?
Like, well, really, that's a lot of blood out the door. I got to get out of here.
Okay.
What did you think happened to your mom?
So my dad kept saying she got killed. She's killed. She's killed.
Sonia was found shot to death in her home, and detectives were fully focused on locating the murder weapon. With no signs of forced entry and no clear suspect, suspicion quickly narrowed in on Carson and his father. In cases like this, the killer is often someone the victim knew, someone disturbingly close. Carson, attempting to outwit the detectives, admits to having a gun in the house but claims they'll never find it. He then escalates, threatening to destroy the room. Detectives are now certain he's involved, but the only question is who pulled the trigger. But Carson remains unaware of just how intense the confrontation ahead will be.
Carson, let me ask you this. Did you hear anything last night? Any sounds, anything?
No. None at all. No.
Did you hear them talking?
Who?
Your mom and dad, or your mom, or anybody?
No.
Because your mom has some injuries where it would take some, you would hear it. Okay?
What you mean?
I mean, with that amount of blood, you would probably hear somebody getting injured. So that's why I'm asking you, did you hear
Injured?
Yes.
So she got injured? Like, what do you mean? Like punched in the face?
I don't know what happened to her, but she has injuries on her. And that's
There's
what I'm
trauma to her face
Yes.
and head, so we're trying to figure out.
Okay, that's a big difference of a lot of stuff, but okay.
So we're trying to, did you hear anything?
No, I didn't hear nothing. No.
Let me ask you this. Who would do this to your mom out of the whole world?
I mean, I can make a list of people that would want to hurt my mom.
That would be great.
Yeah. And explain why they would want to hurt your mom. Let me ask you this. Do you think your father's capable of doing this?
No. No.
And why do you say that?
He's not, unless he is really mad, and I ain't seen that really mad. But my brother wasn't around. That's the thing. If my brother was around, I would have knew he did it.
Why's that?
Because my brother would have done that easily.
Why
But
do
he
you
wasn't
say that?
around though. That's the thing.
Did you kill your mom?
Hell no.
Then who did it?
I don't know.
Well, you realize.
I got.
Go ahead. No.
Nah, because whatever you say.
Listen. Your dad's in there and you're in there. And your mom's dead. So help me understand that you didn't do it. Then who killed your mom?
Killed?
Yes. It's you, your dad, and your mom at the house.
I can tell by the look in your face there's something you're not telling me.
Nah, it ain't even that.
Then what is it? There's only 3 people in the house. One of them is now dead. How did she die? I mean, you're telling me she was shot now. We didn't know that before. Or that he said that she had been shot.
I'm not even looking at her.
You didn't
That's
look at
all?
her at all? I mean, when
I'm not even looking at her.
he's told her that she's dead and you didn't even look at your mother?
Not if my dad's screaming that in my face. No.
Okay.
Get him out of here. What do you mean? Damn.
I need to know about the gun.
The gun.
What kind of guns does your dad have?
I don't know. I know he had an AR because that's the only thing I liked. Alright, see, look. Never mind. You wouldn't. I don't know if you believe me.
What about 22?
I believe you.
That's
You just
pretty
got
common.
Because like, if my murder weapon would be the AR. You see what I'm saying? See where I'm going with that? Because that.
Officers spoke with his father, William, who claimed he found his wife, Sonia, unresponsive on the living room couch. Instead of calling 911 himself, William ran to a neighbor's house and asked them to make the call. As investigators compared the statements from William and Carson, subtle inconsistencies began to surface. In an effort to clarify the timeline, detectives brought Carson in for a second interview. Yet again, he remained vague, offering little useful information. Days later, the case took a dramatic turn. William returned to the station and revealed new critical details that would shift the entire direction of the investigation. Based on his statement, detectives secured a warrant and arrested Carson. This time, he wasn't brought in as a witness, but as the prime suspect in the murder of his mother, Sonia Glover.
Carson, came up here because I'm concerned about you. You
I
understand?
don't know.
You just gotta get the truth out. You just gotta get the truth out, man. That's all you gotta do. Tell me what happened, man. And then we'll just go from there, okay?
What's gonna happen to me?
We're gonna talk about it all after that. I'll be straight up honest with you. First, you have to tell me what happened. You gotta meet me halfway. Okay? Carson, you gotta get it out of you, man. I told you yesterday it's eating you alive. Tell me what happened. So I can help you. Why'd you kill your mom? Carson, do you love your mom? Do you love your mom, Carson?
Yeah.
Well, then talk to me and tell me how much you love her by talking to me.
The only one that did.
You're the only one that did?
Yes.
I believe it. You hear me? I believe it. You told me about how you constantly couldn't wait for her to come home. So tell me what changed that day. Was it because they weren't going to support you no more? Was it because of court fines?
She's probably ready to go.
What do you mean by she was ready to go? I don't understand what that means. What do you mean?
That's when he flipped out.
Okay, Carson. You didn't tell me what happened, and you're not being truthful.
No, I'm not being truthful.
Because you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
It's very hard for me to lie.
You missed where she died. You missed that part. So Carson, come on. It's time to stop playing.
He's ready to go.
You ready to go where? Because right now, you have the opportunity to talk to me. Tell me what happened. And I can help you. Look at me. Look at me. Right now. I'm giving you this chance. Tell me what happened. Carson, I already know what you did. But you have to show that you're cooperating to help you.
Yeah, I told my friends that like there was freaking fingerprints on the gun. Probably. I don't know, all of them. My fingerprints probably on all the guns in the house.
Okay.
Is that illegal?
No.
I mean, I never possessed them.
No.
I have touched them, and I.
That's fine.
And I even at one point acted dumb and recorded myself as one of them before.
Okay. That's fine.
They are.
That's fine.
And then I posted on my Instagram being really dumb.
Almost everybody your age does.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's fine. But you guys show me your cooperation. Which gun did you use? Yes, you did. Carson, now it's your
I
time.
don't know.
The detective appeals to Carson's humanity, urging him to come clean. He reminds Carson of the bond he once shared with his mother and pleads with him to honor her memory. In a fleeting moment of vulnerability, Carson lets something slip, a chilling motive cloaked in indifference. He mutters, "She was ready to go," a subtle yet sinister hint of what's to come. What he reveals next only deepens the mystery and darkens the truth.
I kind of got a drug problem.
Okay.
Well, like, not really, but like, I get addicted to weed. I guess you could say, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But like, it's hard for me to start. Like, I usually don't be like, all right, let's start doing a bunch of drugs.
I
But
know.
when I get to doing drugs, yeah,
Okay. Were you high that day?
no.
Okay.
But it was like 2 days before.
Okay.
It was
What'd you
my
do?
First time getting high on the wall.
What'd you do?
I just smoked a lot of weed.
Okay.
Well, like I said, weed makes me paranoid, so I don't really like smoking weed. Like, it makes me feel different than it used to make me feel.
Did you take something that made you crazy? You
No.
weren't thinking straight? It's okay. Did you take some kind of pill or something? You didn't know what it was, or it made you act different?
No.
Why'd you shoot your mom? Just tell me why. Why'd you shoot your mom?
Do you know? No. It's not what happened. You should probably ask somebody for that.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I guess you should have wrote it down.
Carson, I know you shot your mom. I'm asking you why. Why'd you do it? I told you, we got to fix now. I told you that yesterday. I'm trying to help you get through this now. I'm just asking you, why did you do it? I know you're scared of your dad. You hear me? I know who he is. I know you're scared of him. Carson.
High or something.
Carson, look at me. Look at me. I know you shot your mom. Okay. I just need to know which weapon you used. Where it's at. And you're not telling me.
So like a kid doesn't get it or something?
I need to. That would be nice. I hope it ain't where a kid could get it. I need to know which weapon you
That don't
used.
make no sense.
I walk out that door.
I mean, I have freaking temper tantrums. Like, anything thrown around, I probably did it.
What else did you do?
Nah, I'm not saying I had temper tantrum that day or even a couple days before that. I didn't. But sometimes I do.
Well, what happened
Like,
that day?
I've even dragged my mattresses out and threw them in the yard for it.
What happened that day?
Nothing. I mean, we was both feeling good. The whole family was feeling good. Wait, do you remember that? Is that the same? Is that the same day my mom found out that I stole $40?
Yes.
It is the same day.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, she was a little pissed off when she got home, but like, I just give her a hug and stuff and just calm down, and she was over that. I mean,
Then why'd you do it? And tell me why. Because if you don't, it's going to make you look like a monster. You did it for no reason. So tell me why you did it. Get it off your shoulders.
Carson admits to using drugs, hinting at a possible motive behind his actions, yet he continues to deny committing the murder. But the detectives already hold a critical piece of the puzzle. Carson's father, William, had told them his son confessed to killing Sonia. Still, the evidence that will seal Carson's fate is about to come to light.
Why that night? What was going on with her? Why was she hurting so bad that night?
I don't know. I think you give me a sign. I think you give me signs.
What kind of
They
sign?
call them signs.
What kind
They
of
don't
sign?
hide it.
What was the sign she was giving you?
It's okay. It's all right.
What sign was she giving you, Carson?
They was turning their backs to me. They knew.
Carson, you got to help me understand a little bit more.
It was like, oh,
Carson, tell me this.
it was sad. Oh, it's just so sad.
Yeah, it is. How many times?
A couple. Suffer.
Shot her a couple times. Just to make sure she wasn't in pain. Did you think she was still alive afterwards? Is why you Googled to make sure? Yes.
Yeah.
What did you do with the weapon afterwards? Where'd you put it? Carson,
I put it back in the backpack.
in the backpack?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
that one.
Okay, good. That's what we need, okay, Carson? You gotta get it out, man. You can't carry all that. No man can.
Can you tell me what it looked like?
Green.
Screen?
Yeah. Green and 22 long rifle. Browning.
Okay.
22 long rifle Browning
Pistol?
Pistol.
Okay.
or pistol.
Yeah, but it's called 22 long rifle. Browning Buckmaster.
You told her something right after you pulled the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? It's okay, man. It's all right. I know, but what'd you tell her? I already know.
I'm sorry, I love you.
I know. Because you do.
And I could tell she was already done. And when I said it didn't go to her. And I felt that. She didn't read my message.
Had Sonia simply reached a breaking point, or was there a far more sinister reason behind her death? With the confession secured, detectives concluded their interrogation. Both father and son were arrested and booked into the Pulaski County Regional Detention Facility. Now, the focus shifts to the courtroom, where the real battle for justice is just beginning. Carson Glover was initially charged with first-degree murder, but later accepted a plea deal and was convicted of second-degree murder in September 2023. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison without the possibility of parole. As the investigation progressed, it was also revealed that his father, William Glover, had attempted to help him cover up the crime. William was charged with hindering apprehension or prosecution for obstructing the investigation.
A little ticky-tack nonsense crap that you guys have been doing for the last 6 months, you're gonna go to jail for murder. How old are you?
15.
15.
On the night of January 26, 2022, authorities in Dayton, Ohio responded to a crash alert on Ferguson Avenue. Upon arrival, they discovered the victim, Brandon Cooper, fatally shot twice in the back, soaked in blood, lying lifeless in his car. Authorities' frantic search soon led them to Tyan Amir Peaks, as detectives found incriminating evidence that spoke louder than his denial.
So you're trying to say I killed somebody? You were part of this murder scheme.
The plot took an unexpected twist, exposing not one, but 4 teenage suspects. Will detectives be able to hunt down the real mastermind behind this unthinkable act of violence?
You're digging a big hole and you're gonna throw yourself in it.
Brandon Cooper worked as a Lyft driver, often taking late-night shifts to earn extra money for his family. On the night of January 25, 2022, Brandon left home around 11 p.m., unaware that a tragedy would strike and he would never return. The chaos that had unfolded was not the only chilling incident they encountered. Earlier that morning, a female Lyft driver had reported being robbed at gunpoint, and her cell phone, wallet, and vehicle were all stolen. Around 3 a.m., police located the stolen vehicle involved in the earlier robbery on Anna Street. When the occupants of the nearby home refused to exit, SWAT officers were called to the location. After a standoff, 4 teenagers were taken into custody, identified as DeTravon Mitchell, Tyan Amir Peaks, and 2 other teens. The following interview begins with Tyan, who is unaware that his friends have already been questioned.
Tell me how he came into contact with you today, Mr. Peaks. Right here.
I woke up and I just seen SWAT team. Because my friend woke me up, he said, "Brother, SWAT team is outside." I said, "Why?" He said, "You don't know, bro, you gotta go outside." So that's when me and my friends went outside. And I just ended up here.
Okay, well, let's back way up then, because obviously the day that you start with the SWAT team. So what happened way before you woke up to the SWAT team?
I was chilling.
Where were you chilling at? Who were you there to chill with?
Me and Ray.
And who?
And Ray. But I just had pulled up, and then that's when I got sleepy, so I went to sleep.
When you say Ray, you're talking about... Is that who you're talking about? Okay. So who lives at Anna?
My friend.
Who's your friend?
Trey.
Trey, do you know his whole name?
No.
Okay, so you and Ray pull up to Trey's house. What time do you get there?
Probably around like 9:30. I don't know, around like 9:30 though.
Okay, anybody else in the house besides you and Ray and Trey?
And my other friend,
Who's your other friend?
I got caught with.
What? Sorry, I can't hear you.
My other friend, y'all, what's his name? Raided the house with whoever.
What's his name?
Ryan.
Ron. Anybody else in the home besides you, Ray, Trey, and Ron?
Trey, mom, and his little brothers.
Well, here, I'll be frank with you. I know you didn't go to sleep. That's not what happened. When Detective Roberts and I sit in this room, we expect you to be honest with us because we are honest with you.
I did go to sleep.
I'm not going to lie to you, so I prefer that you don't lie to me. When we ask you questions about what happened, know that we already know what happened. I'm seeing if you're going to be honest with me, and you haven't been so far. And we're right at the beginning, so that's kind of silly, right?
Okay.
So we know that you and Ron and Trey and Ray caught a lift earlier today.
I didn't catch no lift.
You did catch a lift.
So I don't have no proof I caught no lift. I was at the house, I went to sleep. I ain't catch no lift. I don't even got lift money to catch lift.
Well,
The plan's never to pay for it. The plan was to steal a car that's in the garage at the house where you were laying your head. Or where you say you were laying your head, but you weren't. Because the police were out there for like the last 6.5 hours screaming everybody outside. And you just said the address, hold on, you just said the address so you know exactly where you were. Probably because you heard it 150,000 times when the police are screaming it through a loudspeaker.
Nah, that's because that's not my first time going.
Okay, but you knew the police were out there for hours
Oh, I
calling.
was asleep. I was.
You weren't asleep. You don't sleep through that.
Me, Ray, and Ron was in the basement. He woke me up talking about, brother, SWAT team, police is outside.
Yeah, well, why would the SWAT team be there?
I don't know. That's why I said I
Tyler,
don't know.
why would the SWAT team be there? Tyler, I mean, work with us. How old are you?
15.
15. Okay. You wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to sit in that chair.
no.
And you wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to catch adult charges for this kind of thing, okay?
You guys don't charge me for it, y'all.
We're going to charge you for 2 counts of aggravated robbery and a count of aggravated murder. So if you want to say I was asleep and you want to go with that, then cool. We'll just take you across the hall and then we'll book you. And then your story doesn't get out and then we'll go with the story that the other 4 people have told already that may or may not paint you in a pretty bad light. So this is the save Thailand's behind moment, not I don't know nothing about nothing, you ain't got nothing on me. Because you're going to go to jail this morning for 2 counts of robbery and a count of aggravated murder. Okay? That's what's going to happen. This isn't ripping cars off and stealing phones and all the little ticky-tack nonsense crap that you guys have been doing for the last 6 months. You're going to go to jail for murder. Okay? You guys are all just tearing stuff up. You're all just acting like knuckleheads and doing all kinds of criminal nonsense. This isn't the first lift you guys have done. You've probably done 10 of them. Okay? You're gonna go get locked up this morning for 2 counts of aggravated robbery. You took 2 cars this morning. And the second one resulted.
Do you understand?
What proof do y'all got?
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know y'all was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? What do you think everyone else has been in here and said, sitting in that chair right there?
I don't know what they said. I don't know what they said.
You're right. You don't know what they said, but we know what they've said. And if you go with this, you're not helping yourself at all. If you do this nonsense,
you're a liar.
If you do this nonsense right here and stand on, you ain't got nothing.
Despite Tyen's denials, detectives from the beginning are prepared for an intense confrontation, suggesting they are certain about Tyen's involvement in the crime. They attempt to create psychological pressure by invoking fear and warning Tyen about the possible consequences of his actions. As they inform Tyen that his friends have already relayed all the information to them, they aim to evoke feelings of betrayal, hoping it makes him feel isolated and more likely to confess. Despite their efforts, Tyen clings to his narrative. However, the detective isn't done yet. He switches strategies. Determined to give Tyen a reality check he has been trying to outrun.
Young man, I've been a police officer for almost twice as long as you've been on this planet. Okay? You understand that? I spent a long time doing this. You're not the first 15-year-old to sit in that blue chair and lie to me, and you're not going to be the last. You did some really terrible things this morning, and stuff went sideways on the second one. And if you say, I don't know nothing about nothing, I was in there sleeping, and then somebody woke me up and said, SWAT team's out there, and you stand on that, then that's the story you get to carry until this is over. Okay? That story doesn't hold water, man. That's a leaky bucket. And if that's what you want to carry, then that's fine. You just tell us that that's your story, and we'll lock it right in that camera right there, and that'll be it.
Do you even feel bad about what happened? Do you feel bad about what happened? I just told you, ag robbery, murder. You know exactly what murder
Who did I murder?
His name was Brandon.
I don't know who Brandon is.
You don't have to know somebody to kill somebody, believe it or not.
So y'all trying to say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme. I am telling you that when we come in here and we ask questions, we don't ask questions.
Look at all these pages. You're not number one, bro. Okay?
You can't read them out?
No, I'm not going to read anything. I don't tell you what I know. You tell me what you did. And that's how this works. Or you say, I didn't do nothing, I don't know nothing about nothing, and then I use the rest of this stuff to put you in prison for a long time. This isn't going to juvie, bro. This is getting bound over to adult court and going to prison for aggravated murder.
So y'all trying to send me to prison for murder?
Oh, you're going to get this. This isn't going to juvenile court, buddy. These are all going to be bind over cases. This is an aggravated murder.
So y'all trying to send me?
Don't ask me what we're trying to say. We're telling you were involved in 2 aggravated robberies this morning, one of which resulted in the death of a grown man who was just trying to make a living. That's what we're telling you. Now you tell us your part in it, or you say I was sleeping and that's it, and then we'll fill in the blanks. But you don't. I can assure you that you don't want the 2 of us to fill in the blanks.
We sit across from, I would say, 2 different types of people every time we interview. We sit across from people who are straight monsters and don't have anything but ice in their blood, and we sit across from people who make mistakes and feel bad about what they do. Those are the 2 that we have. It's up to you to be whatever person that you want to be, but that's the type of people that we sit in these chairs. I think you feel bad about what happened. I don't know, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't care that guy had a wife and kids and mom, brothers, sisters. That guy could have been someone you knew. You didn't, but he could have been. How are you, 15, and you go to what school? Meadowdale. So I know for a fact that you've known people from Meadowdale who have died or been murdered. Am I wrong?
No, man.
Probably a handful of people that you cared about, right? So I think you probably feel bad about what's happened, but again, We have two people that we interview. We interview people, and part of my friends who don't give a and have ice in their bones, and that's what it is. Or we interview people that actually realize they've made a mistake and they feel bad about what's happened and they feel bad about what's gone down.
Tyler, we're past the, I wasn't involved, okay? That isn't even a question whether you're involved.
I was involved.
Because you're sitting in that blue chair. Because they're serving a search warrant on the house right now. Because we know you were involved. Because these other 12 pages of paper say that you were involved. After you stick to some nonsense story like, I was in there sleeping. When the police were screaming through the PA for the last 7 hours, everyone came out their hands up. I know they were doing it because I was standing outside the house for an hour and a half myself while they did it.
We're giving you the opportunity to be honest with us. I'm telling you that we already know that you're involved and we already know that you were there. That's not a question. This is your only chance to get your version of events out there, whatever that version may be.
This is it.
Alright.
Like, no lies, the whole line.
Second lift, I don't know about no murder or none of that.
Talk about the first, we'll go one at a
First
time.
one, I know about the...
Okay, we'll talk about the first one then.
We put the lip and we told her...
Who's we? This is where we snitch on everybody in here. Everybody gets told off.
The people who said that whoever...
No, when you say we means I give names.
I can't get no names.
Okay, well, that's not how this works. You can be one of four or you can be one. We split the penalty 4 ways, which is the right way to do it because you didn't do it all, right? So when you say we means I tell on people. Because see these 12 pages of stuff, that's people saying, yeah, we did this. Who's we? Okay, and okay, and okay, and okay. Now what did the 4 of you do? We did this. I did this. He did this. They did that. The no snitching thing doesn't work in this room. Because no snitching gets Tylen screwed. Okay? That street code doesn't exist in here. This is save Tylen's narrow behind because no one else is going to save it. And no one else has saved it. I can assure you of that. Okay? This is, I tell my story and I tell on everybody because I'm not doing this by myself. Or you can say we and I'm not going to tell on anyone and tell you who's we, and that's fine. We'll go with what we got here and we'll fill in the blanks. And then you look like a liar. So you lie a minute, we'll just stop it and we'll go across the hall and we'll book you in. No more lies. If you want to lie, save us our time. We got other stuff to do.
The detective skillfully asserts control to extract answers, leaving no room for his lies. Sensing that Tyan won't crack easily, the detective strategically withdraws, creating a sense of urgency for Tyan to speak up now or lose the opportunity. However, the detective's tactics seem to pay off. In just a few moments, Tyan's defense is about to crumble, spilling out the gruesome details that led to Brandon's tragic death.
Understand that we're looking for 2 things. Well, really, we're just looking for one. We're looking for the truth. I don't know you. I've never met you before. I didn't know the gentleman tonight. Never met him before. We are here for the truth. We are fact finders. So when people lie to us, and we know they lie, because we already know the answers to a lot of the questions we ask, all that does is, like he said, waste time. This is your only opportunity to give us whatever version of events you're going to give us. I recommend that it's the truth because, I don't know about what your upbringing is since you're living with. My parents always raised me to be honest, and sometimes there's consequences to honesty, but I know when I take my lumps that I've accepted that responsibility.
Somewhere somebody's taught you some respect because you say yes ma'am to her. Correct? So somewhere somebody, mom, grandma, grandpa, somebody has instilled some respect in you. You don't use it all the time, but it's in there. Go use that, okay?
And I think you feel bad about what happened, so we want to hear what from your perspective, what happened.
Alright, it was me, Ryan, Ray, and Church. But I don't know, I just know about the first lift.
So tell us what happened.
we booked the lift, and then we just told her to get out the car. And that's when she got out the car, she started yelling and stuff. That's when we parked the car back in the garage. That's the only thing. That's the only lift I know of. I don't know about no murder.
Tell her about who ordered the lift and who was sitting where and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know who ordered the lift.
Okay, where did you guys get picked up at?
Over his.
Do you know about where on the bridge?
No. It was third time and I was tired.
Where were you going?
I don't know. I don't know where they booked the destination to. I don't know who booked it. I don't know none of that. I just know we just told her to get out the car. She got out. And that's when we parked the car in the garage. That's when I went in there and I went to sleep. I swear to God, I don't know nothing about no murder, nothing. I don't know no brand. I don't know nothing about no second lift.
So were you one of the people with the gun?
No, I don't got no gun. That's why I'm saying, what gun do I got to murder somebody?
So who had the guns?
I don't know who had guns. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know. That's why I'm telling y'all I don't know who murdered anybody. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
We're not even talking. We're not even there yet. We're still at the first lift. We know that there were two guns.
Huh?
You all four get in the car.
Yeah.
Where were you seated at in the car?
I was like all the way on the other side. It's like
Well, let me make it easier. Front or back?
back,
Closer to the driver's side or closer to the passenger side?
like in the middle type stuff.
Okay, so who was to your right and who was to your left?
I don't remember.
There's
I just know I was.
four
I
of you
just know I was-
smashed in a
I
back
just
seat. You
know I
don't
was-
know who's next
I
to
just
you?
know I was always my brother Jared. That's the only thing I know. I think he was on the left of me or something. Or he was on the right of me. I forgot. Just know I was next to my brother.
Well, being in the back seat and being in the middle means that you had a pretty good view of the show.
I was like,
So who had the guns?
I don't know who had the gun. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know nothing about.
There's
no
four
guns.
people in a space the size of the back seat of a Subaru.
It's me, Ray. I don't know on the other side. I just know it was me and Ray. That's all I know about it.
Did you have a gun?
No, that's
Did
not.
Ray have a gun?
No, I know my brother don't have no gun.
But then
Ask her mom.
you know he doesn't own one, but did he have one at this time?
No, he did not have no gun.
When you're telling her to get out of the car, where are you at?
For me, I'm still in the back seat.
Okay.
I just told her to get out of the car, and that's when I told them Jeremy, I'm back at the house. And
Do you know what physical location you were at?
No, I don't know my way around there. That's why I was trying to tell you. I don't know who booked the list. I don't know nothing about that. I just know I got in the way.
You told her to get out?
Yeah.
Did she get out?
Yeah.
Did you take anything from
I
her?
told her to get out. No, I didn't take nothing from her. I don't got nothing from her. That's when I just told them drive me back out because I'm sleepy. Once you sleep.
Did you drive?
No, I don't know how to drive.
Okay. Who drove?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You can't do this, Tylen. This doesn't work, man. You're gonna just, you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound, okay? We're here, you're sitting in the chair, you're caught, you're not going home, you're getting booked, there's no way around it. There's no out, okay? There's nothing that you're gonna say that's gonna make you walk home and go to sleep in your own bed, nothing, okay? That's off the table. So you can tell the truth, or you can keep, like, I'm gonna spoon feed you a little bit of truth and then I'm gonna lie some more. But that's not happening, man.
So why I'm in her dance?
Well, because you're in here trying to tell your side of the story instead of letting everyone else tell your side of the story.
I just told you about my side of the story.
Well, you told part of it, so keep going.
And that's when I told them to drive me back off at home. And that's when they did. Me and Ray.
Dropped you back off home?
Like at the house at the end. And that's when me, Ray, and Ryan went in the basement. First it was me and Ray. That's when we went in the basement, went to sleep, and I saw Ryan get in the bed. I don't know nothing about no murder. That's why I told you I was in the basement sleeping. I don't know about no murder or nothing.
Are you familiar with the neighborhood you were in?
Nah, I've been there before. Like, I've been to his house before. That's why I was saying. That's why I know it's hazard.
I mean, not only his neighborhood, but the neighborhood that you guys did the lift stuff in.
Dayton.
No, I don't know about that.
Obviously, he's already told you that he's got lots of experience as a police officer, as a detective, as do I. And one of our biggest things that we do, first thing we do is go get surveillance video. Do you understand that there's a ton of houses that have Ring, Net, I don't even know all of them, Blink, And unfortunately, especially when someone dies, people are usually willing to hand that stuff right on over to us. Do you understand what I'm telling you? There's videos everywhere, both in his neighborhood and the neighborhood you were in. So be honest with us, because every time that you lie, and then we figure out that you're not telling the truth, because like I said earlier, we already know that you've lied to us. It just makes you look bad.
And then we chop up your lie.
Unbeknownst to Tyan, detectives possess more than just the CCTV footage that links all 4 suspects to the crime. Their certainty about Tyan's dishonesty stems from the fact they have already questioned his friend Trayvon, who relays all the crucial information. The unsettling revelations from him will undoubtedly trap Tyan in a tight spot, ultimately leaving nothing the same.
So tell me what happened tonight. How did you guys all get together?
They called me.
Say it again.
They called me and asked me to come over.
We gonna go hit a lick? What was the plan?
Find some girls.
So at some point you all leave, right? And you go get an Uber. Is that fair? Were you gonna go somewhere? Okay. What was the plan? Just take your car?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're telling the truth, man, and I appreciate that, okay? That's all we want. When they got there, was it a man or woman that came?
A woman.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of car it was? Is it the car that's in your garage?
Yeah.
Probably or yes? Okay. It's a Subaru, and it was you, Ray, Ty, and Ron. Fair? Okay. Was the plan to always to rob her, or did somebody say something while you were driving, or how did it happen?
Just happened in plain sight.
That's where the car. 2. What kind of guns?
I don't know. It was honestly one was MP9.
Who had that one?
Me.
Okay. Who else had a gun?
I don't know. They was passing a gun around.
Okay. Do you know who started with the gun?
And both had it.
Who's both?
Ty and Ray.
Ty and Ray. So Ty and Ray were kind of passing the other gun around?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe to say Ty had the other gun?
Possible.
Although Trayvon provides the details about the prior robbery, the details he shares about the gun directly link him and the other teens to Brandon's gruesome murder. During the investigation, detectives found a 9mm handgun at his home that ultimately matched the shell casings found at the crime scene, confirming it as the murder weapon. With the mounting evidence against Tyan, detectives are left with one question. Will he continue to lie to make his way out? Or will the sense of isolation eventually compel him to confess?
It's a trial. Because my client said he did this and this and this. Well, here's a picture of him getting out of the car. Oh, okay, I guess that was a lie. If you tell us lies and you tell an attorney lies, then he can't help you. Because we're gonna destroy your lies with evidence. That's what we do. Okay? So if here's what you're doing. You're digging a big hole and you're gonna throw yourself in it. Okay? You're gonna dig a big hole and then you're gonna put yourself in the bottom of it. And what you're doing now I went home and went to sleep is you're pulling dirt in on top of yourself, right? You're not helping yourself at all. You're digging a hole that we're gonna disprove everything you say. You're like the last person in here, man. Okay? You're the last one. So everything that we've heard this story multiple times.
A lot of times.
And if it's you're telling us nonsense, then I mean, we'll let you talk for a minute, but we're like, okay, you're just wasting our time. You're talking and you're saying something that couldn't possibly be true. Okay? You're here. You're involved. There's no negating or minimizing what happened. Okay? You're totally in it with both feet in the quicksand. Alright? You're in it. Everyone says you're in it. We know you're in it. And cameras from all over the neighborhood are going to say you're in it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Some of these guys have cameras in their cars because they've been robbed before. You ever watch any of them videos where people got a camera in their car? One points out the front, one points in the back? because they're Lyft drivers, they're Uber drivers, they've been robbed before. People jump out of the car and rip them off for money. What do you think there's going to be? There's going to be a great big clear picture with 4K video. You know what I mean? And you're going, I wasn't in there. I didn't do that. I wasn't part of that second one. You know what? You know how easy that's going to be for us? Press play.
It's hard to argue video. It's hard
Look
to
at
argue a lot of things.
you have a very distinct look, right? Your skin is a rail. You got
Pretty
big,
distinctive.
crazy, twisty hair. You stick out like a sore thumb. You think it's going to be hard to point you out of a video? No, not at all, man. And you can't say, I didn't do this, I wasn't involved, I didn't do nothing, and then
Line in your eyebrow too.
and
Pretty
we're gonna disprove all of it, and then you're gonna look like a liar in front of a jury, in front of the judge, in front of an attorney, in front of your friends and family. Your family, Tyler would never do this. And then they're gonna be sitting in the back of the trial and watching like, see, I knew he didn't do it. And then we're gonna go, press play, and there you are. And like, oh my God, he did all this. And he lied about it. Lying doesn't help you. Being truthful and being remorseful, like she said, yes, I was a part of this and it was terrible and I'm very sorry for my actions. And you know, you do big kid stuff, you get big kid trouble. You got anything else you want to tell us? There's been a bunch of other Lyft robberies that you been involved in those. Might as well clear them all up right now.
I don't know nothing about no other list rapper.
No?
I don't ride people.
Huh?
I don't ride people.
You don't rob people? Well, you sure just jumped off the high dive on your first one, then, didn't you? Some of these lifts have been done in your neighborhood, in Olive Hills.
You don't have nothing to do with me.
Doesn't have nothing to do with you? It's funny that there's Lyft robberies that have been done, that have happened like right where you live. You think that would be coincidental? If you were me, would you think that
There's
maybe...
other kids in the neighborhood too.
Oh, there's other kids. There's other kids, but there's other kids that didn't get caught doing a Lyft robbery this morning. Right? 2 of them. Back to back. Like, that was fun. Let's do it again.
What can we do to find the guns?
Huh?
So what can we do to find the guns?
I don't know nothing about no.
Well, if somebody finds the guns and gets hurt, then you're going to get charged for that
a ton
too.
of kids in that neighborhood.
What you mean?
A ton. Between Westwood, which is where I patrolled exclusively for a year, and the neighborhood that you were in, there is a ton of children. I don't want these guns disappearing or getting in one of these babies' hands and then accidentally blowing their head off. Do you understand? That happens, unfortunately, more than I'd like to admit.
Yes, ma'am.
How do we find the guns? How do we help those kids?
I don't know. I don't know anything about a gun. I don't know about him getting killed. I'm just now figuring out he got killed today. I don't know who shot a gun. I just know I ran.
You got anything else, Rob?
No, ma'am.
We are gonna walk you back. Unless you want to take a break and then.
No, I think we're good. I think we got what we're going to get.
Despite the detectives' consistent attempts to elicit the truth, Tyan decides to remain silent, believing his silence will save him. But not just yet. Detectives are prepared to leave no stone unturned to bring this case to a close. Finally, they shift their focus back to Trayvon and secure the confession they've been seeking.
Shoot this man. We're here, man. Look at me. We're here, okay? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's unfortunate. It sucks. It was a terrible decision. But if you shot this man, just tell me you shot this man, man. And so we don't keep doing all this. Okay, I'm going to keep making notes and writing stuff that's going to walk us in circles, and it's all lies, man. It's all just nonsense.
Hard out there.
Huh? You did it. Where did you shoot him from?
Twice inside the car, once outside the car.
Twice inside the car, once outside the car. Were there any bullets left in your car, in your gun? Just the way you talked to me, just the way you showed me? Were you on the driver's side by the door or in the middle? In the middle. Twice inside the car, And then shot like at the car.
Yeah.
Trayvon's confession of being the one who pulled the trigger seems to confirm Tyen's account, but this is not the whole truth. Trayvon's claim of shooting Brandon 3 times completely contradicts the unsettling evidence detectives have uncovered. During the investigation, detectives found 5 shell casings at the crime scene, suggesting the other 2 shots were fired by someone else. But Trayvon's earlier statement helps them solve this mystery as well. Initially, Trayvon claimed that the gun belonged to Ray, but later confessed that it was his own, and the second gun belonged to Tyen. It became clear that both Tyen and Trayvon were the ones who actually pulled the trigger. Moreover, Trayvon's phone data showed that prior to the gruesome murder, he had created a Lyft account using an unverified identity and an anonymous payment method to lure unsuspecting drivers under false pretenses. This same account was allegedly used to rob multiple drivers that night. Initially, all 4 teenagers were charged in juvenile court, but only Ron and Ray remained in juvenile court after being deemed amenable to rehabilitation. However, later that year, both DeTrayvon Mitchell and Tyen Peaks had their cases transferred to adult court. In June of 2024, Trayvon was convicted on 1 count of murder and 1 count of aggravated robbery, resulting in a 25-year prison sentence. In July, Tyen Amir Peaks ultimately met the same fate and was officially sentenced to 27 years to life in prison.
Tried to cut at his hand so he'd put the chair down. He got stabbed, dripping blood.
This is 17-year-old Jesse Robert Daly, who brutally stabbed his mom's boyfriend, David A. Floyd Jr. Armed with 2 kitchen knives, Jesse, uncontrollable in that moment, delivers a series of fatal stabs to David in front of his 2 younger brothers and stepsister, ending David's life in a horrifying manner. When questioned, Jesse crafts stories in his defense.
Well, you end up trying to stab him, poke him. You said you were going like this. So what do you think was going to happen?
I don't know, man.
Jesse even claimed that the murder was an act of self-defense. However, the true reason behind his actions, a shocking revelation, was beyond anything the detectives could imagine.
You end up stabbing him because you wanted to. So tell me how that happened.
On the morning of December 9th, 2012, officers respond to multiple 911 calls from neighbors at a residence in Spring Hill, Florida, unaware of the nightmare they're about to discover. On arrival, officers see David fatally wounded and collapsing on the floor. Sitting right beside him is his stepson, Jesse. Detectives swiftly take Jesse to the interrogation room, seeking answers to the horrific events they just witnessed.
Is he like a salesman for him, or does he fix them, or?
No, he's a manager, I guess.
Okay. And do you work besides school?
No.
Okay. How do you get along with Mom?
Fine.
Get along good with Mom?
Yeah.
How long are they dating?
I'm not too sure. It's been at least a year.
Okay. How do you get along with Dave?
Boy, he's been mad at me lately.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Well, usually, how do you get along?
I don't even talk to him, so.
No? How about your dad, your biological father? Does he live around here?
Yeah, he lives across town.
Okay. Do you see him?
Yeah, I see him Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
How do you got a good relationship with Dad, or are you tighter with Mom, or? It's tough. You're 17. Tough on, you're in an awkward part of your life as you're growing up, you know? So, tell me what happened with Dave today, you and him.
He said something to me. I don't know what it was. He pissed me off, so. I went in my room, started, I was pissed all day. So I was angry all day. And so I went in my room and started punching my door.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in all pissed off, telling me he's gonna fight me, and he puts his hands up. Pretty much tells me to punch him. So, you know, I was angry. I wasn't thinking, so I swung at him, and we fought in my room until he could just hold me down on the floor. Then he starts screaming in my ear about whatever's pissing him off. I don't know. And then told my little brother to call the cops. And at that point, he lets me walk out of my room and put my shoes on. I just left. I walked down the street. I didn't know if he called the cops or not at that point.
David had been living with Judy, his girlfriend and Jesse's mother, for 2 years. Jesse's 2 younger brothers also lived in the house with them. David's daughter, Katia, visits the house every other week. There was no sign of violence in the house until Jesse returned on that day and stepped into the kitchen, a choice that cost David his life.
Sitting in here.
I was just trying to get my crap and leave, and then I don't know what happens. He knows I walked inside, and he's starting to fight me again, I guess, and so I went in the kitchen. I really don't remember what happened at that point.
Well, obviously you went in the kitchen. You went in there for something.
Yeah.
So what did you go in there for?
I grabbed some 2 knives to defend myself.
Okay.
And then, like, I was just trying to use them to get through the house. And then I guess he got scared. He picked up a rolling chair trying to shove me back with it.
Just 2 days before the brutal stabbing, David and Judy celebrated their 2nd anniversary together as a couple. But for those 2 years, Jesse struggled to accept their relationship. And he isn't a forgiving type. That seed of resentment takes root, and over time, it only grows stronger. For 2 years, Jesse silently carried this pain.
I'm just trying to get to the point of, obviously you got blood in your mouth, you got bruises on you, not the stuff you've done to yourself, but you got some marks on your shoulders, your arms, your back. Obviously you were rolling around fighting with somebody, you know, at one point. So I'm just trying to get to the point of, you said that you came in to get a backpack or whatever, you wanted to get some stuff, right?
Yeah. The cops were already on their way at that point. I don't know.
And you're in your room to get a backpack. What happened then?
I think he was out on the back porch, so I walked back in. I don't remember what it was really going on at that point, but I ended up in the kitchen somehow.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get the knives from?
The kitchen. They were in the knife stand we had in there.
Oh, like where one of those little wood things, whatever, with a whole bunch of different knives in them? One of those?
Yeah.
Okay. So what'd you get the knives for?
To get through the house. So he didn't attack me. Right.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Jesse, that's all. And you're saying you wanted to get through the house, so what do you mean?
Okay, I was in the...
I haven't been to your house or nothing, so I don't know what it looks like.
Okay, my room is on like the far right side of the house. Okay, so I was walking down the street, went back home, went into my room, and then Dave came back in, I guess trying to get me out. I don't know, he came in, told me the cops were on the way. And I couldn't find a backpack. So I went out there to get it. I had to get in the kitchen and get the knives to get back through to my room so I could grab my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesse claims to be terrified by looking at the knife stuck inside David's chest, but he either doesn't want to relive that scene again or is unaware of the outcome. Either way, the detective needs a motive. He has to piece together the factor responsible for Jesse's anger. The detective methodically questions Jesse, gradually pushing him toward a confession. But to truly understand Jesse, he must see more than just a suspect. He must see a neglected child. His family medicated his depression but never sought proper treatment for his schizophrenia. His untreated schizophrenia triggered him to self-harm, which included burning and pinching himself. Furthermore, he often had arguments with his stepfather as he was struggling to fully accept him. The detective should consider these factors as trigger points while interrogating further. Even if the detective suspects the murder to be a premeditated plan, the real twist was still ahead, whether they can prove it or Jesse manages to slip through their grasp.
So when you come back in, you said you wanted to go to your room, and you went to your room to get backpack.
Yeah, in my closet.
Okay. And then when you're in there, Dave comes at you again?
Yeah, he walks in the door and tells the cops on the way because we were fighting before.
Okay. Did he hit you?
Yeah.
Where did he hit you?
I don't remember. I know he punched me in the mouth.
Obviously, besides the mouth, because you got a bunch of blood in your mouth. And I know when I took you in the bathroom to wash up before, you said something like you didn't know he hit you that hard.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was bleeding.
Okay. And did you hit him back too?
Yeah, I hit him a few times.
Okay. Is that the first time you guys have fought? Like fist fight?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in your room looking for a backpack. He comes and tells you the cops are coming. Then what?
Then I walk across the house, get to the kitchen, grab the knives. But he's already waiting here for me, so I can't get anywhere in the house.
Okay.
Then he picks up the chair because he thinks I'm going to come at him. And he starts trying to push me away with it.
Okay.
And we end up back here. I guess before you we made it to the kitchen, there's already a knife in him.
Where? Where is it?
I don't know. I saw it for a split second, then I ran outside.
He had a knife in him?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, well, was it like in his arm and his leg?
It was in his stomach or in his chest.
Okay. Okay, so how did that happen? You said that you already, before you already said you hurt him at that point prior to that, and you're saying he has a knife in him somewhere in his stomach or his chest, so how did that come out?
I don't know. At that point, I was freaking out.
Well, what happened that made you want to use a knife like that, you know?
I didn't want to. I just wanted to get through the house.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously you get to that point, you use it, you see him here, now what happens after that happens?
He pushes me with the chair back through to the back porch.
Okay. Did he push you all the way outside, or?
Yeah, he pushed me out here at least.
Okay, so here's the front of the house, so where's the street? Where's Hayes? Is it up here? Is it over here?
It's over here.
This is the street?
Yeah.
Okay. So he pushes you out of the back of the house?
Yeah.
And then what?
He got stabbed somehow and I ran out the front door. He came with me and he was standing there fine and he ended up falling over on his back.
And what did you do?
I just sat there and waited for you guys to show up. For the cops to show up.
Okay.
Jesse possesses self-harming tendencies. Since he was suffering from schizophrenia, he used to hurt himself as a response to psychological stress. This may have contributed to his violent behavior, and whether David was trying to defend himself with the chair or attacking, as Jesse claims, the time will reveal. Jesse's life was difficult, marked by physical self-harm and constant emotional distress caused by ongoing tension with his stepfather. But the detective would soon uncover that these possibilities were merely a speculation, and something else was the true trigger for Jesse's anger.
I thought it was a little girl, but I guess it's your younger brother. One of the kids called up saying that you guys were fighting, and pretty much you told me that he had you on the ground. Yeah. How do you get up? What happens there?
He let me up so I could walk out of the house.
Okay. That's when you head down the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured I'd be gone for a while, so I went back to grab some stuff.
Where were you going to go?
I was probably just going to stay in the woods.
Oh. You have any friends in the neighborhood you would have went to?
No.
No? Okay. Have you ever done that before where you had to go
No,
look to stay in the woods and cool off?
no. Usually I just go over to my dad's house.
Okay. So now you say you come out of your room, you go to the kitchen. When you're in your room, let me back up, you leave.
Yes.
You said you come back in the house and you go to your room to get a backpack.
Yeah, there's no backpacks in my closet, so I go.
Now, does Dave come in your room again?
Yes, as soon as I walk in there, he comes
And then
in.
what happens in there?
He tells me the cops are coming. I walk out.
Well, he tells you the cops are coming. Does anything happen between you two? Are you yelling at each other? Are you talking real quiet like you and I are now? Do you guys punch each other or
No.
anything? Any threats?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure he threatened me. He told me the cops were coming.
Okay. Okay, so from there, you go where?
Wait, what?
From there? So you guys are talking, then where do you go from there?
He lets me pass so I can get to the kitchen. I'm trying to make it to the laundry room so I can grab a plastic bag or something.
Where's your laundry room at?
Right outside of the kitchen over here.
So over here is a laundry room then?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't go to the laundry room?
No.
Why do you stop in the kitchen?
I just wanted to get my stuff.
Okay. Well, where was your stuff though?
In my closet, just grab some clothes.
Okay. So why do you get the knives?
To make it back across the house without him attacking me.
Okay. Well, did he have a knife or a gun or a stick or a club or anything?
He's bigger than me.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know how big he is, how small he is. I mean, you're skinny. What are you, about 130 pounds?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, you're tall, probably about 5'10", I guess, but you're thin. Okay, so you grabbed the two knives. That was you're saying to defend yourself?
Yes.
Okay. But you guys already punched each other and already rolled around and he let you up.
Yeah.
So why would you leave knives in if he already let you up and let you walk out?
I just didn't want to get punched again. And at that point, when I left my room, I knew the cops were coming. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Okay. You could have just sat in your room and waited for
yeah.
the cops to show up, right?
Right.
I mean, obviously, thinking about it now, it's easy for me to say.
They seem to be caught in a time machine loop as the conversation repeatedly centers on one question: why Jesse had the knives and what truly happened. During the raw interrogation, this question was asked approximately 35 times in different ways for over an hour. It's a coercive tactic often used by the detectives and can break even the most hardened criminals. Perhaps this approach is too harsh for a boy nearing his 18th birthday, especially one battling schizophrenia. Teenagers are impressionable, especially those with mental disorders. The detective's aggressive approach may be pushing Jesse to confess prematurely, merely filling in the missing pieces of the puzzle.
I didn't even want to hurt him.
I'm sure you didn't. But at some point this happens. Okay? I'm just trying to get those rest of those details from you so I understand fully what happened between you and Dave in your house. Okay?
I've been asking the same question.
I know.
5 times.
That's right. You know why? Because I get a little different answer from you from with the chair and when he picked it up and why he picked it up. And at one point you say you stab him, he's got a knife in him. I'm trying to get those certain details from you. That's why. We already established that something happened. I know that obviously that this occurred. I'm telling you, your two brothers are there. You make a remark to Connor before you go and get the knives. Connor told my partner what you said.
I didn't even. I didn't talk to Connor. I didn't even think about the kids at that point.
Well,
I was just pissed.
Yeah, well, whatever you made a remark, Connor was right there to hear it. So the remark you made, Connor is right there, and he told my partner what you said. So I know what you said according to your brother. Then you get the knives. You come back. Like I said, those knives, that chair, I'm Dave. I'm picking that up to defend myself because you're coming at me with knives.
Yes.
Okay? So.
He wasn't trying to attack me.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just trying to find out the truth.
I was just worried about it.
Okay. I'm just trying to find out the truth. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I want you to tell me.
I seriously don't remember like that.
How many times did you stab him?
I jabbed at him once or twice, and the third time he actually like went in. Oh,
Okay.
too.
All the way, you said?
Yeah, I saw the handle sticking out, and I just ran outside.
So after that time that it stuck in him, did you try to stab him again?
No, he was done. He got stabbed. He wasn't gonna fight me.
Okay, so what did you stick him with for, though?
I was just trying to get him away from me.
I mean,
he thought I was attacking him, so he pushes me through the house. I just wanted him to stop hitting me with a damn chair.
Well, what your brother says this happened before he hit you with the chair.
Well, what did I say? Something about getting arrested?
Jesse claims he stabbed David once, but the first responders were appalled by the scene. David had multiple stab wounds across his chest and stomach. He bled profusely, sending chills down the first responders' spines as they took in the grisly scene. However, back in the interrogation room, the detective is far from finished. He plans to introduce testimony from Jesse's younger brother, which could shatter Jesse's version of events. But before that, Jesse has to craft a story to float for some time before he finally cracks.
As soon as I got too close to him, he started pushing me back.
But just before he pushed you, you were already swinging at him with the knives, though.
Really,
I mean, come on, let's be truthful, Jesse.
That's not
Hey,
what
listen,
happened, yeah.
you're telling me you're taking medication for different things? I talked to plenty of people in this room and other places who are taking the same medication, having the same problems with you that you have. They know what's going on, and when it comes right down to it, obviously, you're 17. You're scared. You're scared of being in this room talking to me. You're pissed off and hot at what happened earlier, and you know that you made a mistake. So, obviously, I understand that. I was 17 once also, you know. I mean, so I know what it's like to be in your position, being in trouble. I got grabbed by the police when I was younger for doing stupid stuff. So, obviously, you're upset. I understand that. It's human nature. But I've talked to other people who have issues similar to yours. They know what happened. I know you know exactly what happened. So now you're coming a little clearer with what you're saying to me. What you're saying certain things to me. So all I'm trying to get out of you is the last bit of the truth there from you. You said something before. You started muttering about making a statement about being arrested or something. You remember now what you said? Yeah?
I said, I wanted to fight him. I wish I didn't grab the knives, but I said, if I'm getting arrested, I want to try and kick his ass, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. Well, after you got the knives, obviously you got the knives, then what do you want to do with the knives?
I didn't want to hurt him.
Well,
I mean, I did. I don't want to stab him.
what do you want to do then?
I knew the cops were coming, so
Mm-hmm.
I knew I couldn't grab my bag. Because I don't want to get another felony for evading the police. I'd go at him again.
Every move made by the detective is defended well by Jesse, with just a simple answer, I don't remember. Maybe the kid genuinely forgets the details since he's been taking a lot of medications for his depression. However, the detective's next move will make it much harder for him to maintain his defense.
Well,
grab one of my arms, so I
you're
grabbed two.
Okay. And what were you doing as you came close to him with the knives? What were you doing?
I don't know.
No?
That part I don't remember at all.
Well, your little brothers remember exactly what you were doing.
I seriously don't know. I really can't tell you. It's a fight. It all happens fast.
It does happen fast. But you were angry. You're not sitting here when you're talking to me. You were pushed. Your buttons were like this. You're telling me you were hot all day. You were angry, and now you wanted to go at him. You said, I wanted to go at him. I wanted to fight him. You said you didn't want to hurt him, but you said you wanted to fight him. So obviously you pick up knives.
Yeah, I figured that'd scare him off, but...
Okay. Well, if I pick up a knife and I'm going to use it, or if I pick up a gun, I'm going to use it, there's no other reason to pick it up other than to have it to use it. Otherwise, what good is it? Might as well pick up a book to read as I'm walking there. You know? You think about it. What's the only reason for picking up the knives? What's your reason for picking up the knives?
To scare the guy. But he actually kept on fighting me.
Well, if you got two knives, how are you guys fighting?
We weren't fighting. I didn't get close to him. He already had the chair up.
Okay. You picked the chair up because you were already coming at him with the knives.
I was definitely walking towards him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I know. And what your brothers are saying is you're coming close to him, you're swinging that knife. Actually, he's swinging both the knives. That's what your brother said. That's what was told to me. That's what your brothers told my partner. You know, you were there. I wasn't. I'm just going by what they're saying.
Maybe I did.
It's either you either did or you didn't.
Jeez, it gets me out of here.
You know what I mean? It's not maybe. It's whatever. No, it's not whatever gets you out of here.
If that's what they say,
No,
that's
no,
probably
no.
what happened.
Hey, truth. That's all. Just the truth. That's why I didn't want to tell you anything. That's the only little piece I told you, other than I said that he was stabbed more than once. You provided the other details there. I'm not going to tell you anything for you to tell me. It doesn't work that way. I'm looking for the truth from you. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get you there. Now, I could get in your face and get you angry and get you up to that anger stage of where you were, which I'm sure is all the way up here. If this was the top, you said you were angry all day. I know if I'm in a bad mood and I'm angry and this thing's agitating me all day, I'm going to be irritable. So if you're at that stage where you're at the top already, on a scale from 1 to 10, how angry were you?
10.
Okay. So obviously you're already at the top. You don't need anything else to throw you over the edge. This is what you're saying. You're already angry. It's not like you were already down to the 1 just hanging out. You're already angry. So for you to now go and get the knives and you come back towards your room, and that's where you're going, then you confront Dave. This ends up happening. You say you jabbed at him a few times, and the third time you saw it sticking out of his chest. That's what you told me. Chest or stomach, abdomen, whatever. You said both.
Jesse barely understands that this is an interrogation room. What's both frustrating and almost surreal at this point is the topic of conversation. The detective has shown remarkable patience by not yet accusing Jesse directly. Despite numerous attempts, Jesse stays firm that it's an act of self-defense. What follows next is the demonstration of that chilling scene, which Jesse will have to recall. A bold move that can destroy his claims of self-defense.
You guys are arguing, you're angry, you already rolled around and fought with each other. You went and got the knives, you were pissed off. You ended up stabbing him because you wanted to. You didn't stab him because he was beating you with a chair. You stabbed him because you were angry at him, because he got you all day, and you stabbed him because you wanted to stab him, and you knew what you were doing.
Well, no, I didn't want to stab him.
Well, you end up trying to stab him, poking. You said you were going like this. So what do you think was going to happen?
I don't know, man, but I mean,
if I pull up my gun and I'm shooting at somebody, I'm shooting at him for a reason. I'm shooting at him, obviously, to protect myself or stop him from something, but I'm shooting at him because I want to shoot at them and hit them. You take a knife and you start going like this. What is that reason for?
I don't know. You kept coming at me.
Well, you obviously go to stab him or make the motion to stab him, so you knew what you were doing. I mean, you weren't trying to stab him to...
Like, I wouldn't want to, like, I don't want to kill him.
Okay.
Just, like, swinging a knife at him, I'd die to scare him off.
Unfortunately, that didn't work for you, right?
No.
But at least you stopped when you saw the knife in his chest.
The incident came as a shock to the neighbors. Jesse, a skateboarder and an outgoing teenager, stood there with blood on his hands. As he reenacts the scene, the detective points out some discrepancies in his account. If the detective captures this moment, it could be the end for Jesse.
I just wanted to see where he was with the chair when that happened. So all I'm trying to get at you is exactly where the chair was and when it happened. So obviously, he picked that chair up to push you back, to keep you back. You're poking at him, you're jabbing at him, right? That's what you're saying. So when you jab at him the first time, you're saying that's when you think he
that's when he
dropped the chair. That explains how you could, by me trying to hold that box up to see how you could, you see how close you have to be. Unless you got 10-foot arms, you know, like Plastic Man or something like that, Stretch Armstrong, I can't touch you. You can't touch me from here. Now, obviously, I turn my shoulders, that extends my reach, but I'm not hitting you from here, and you're not hitting me from here. We have to be that close without, you know, when you're involved in a knife.
The detective solved the murder by proving that David could only defend himself while holding the chair, and attacking was impossible in this situation. Dave shouted at Jesse's little brothers to call 911 because he realized Jesse had lost control. He made every possible attempt to defend himself, but it wasn't enough. But Jesse could never have expected that solving this murder would be so complicated. However, the motive remains unknown, whether Jesse was under the influence of an overdose or driven by unbearable pain.
You know anything about Dave or how he is?
No.
Okay. Well, you saw him there. You were next to him on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Dave didn't make it.
No?
No.
What happened?
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. God. What happened to him?
He didn't make it. He died.
Does everybody else know?
If not, they will.
But they can't even. Where are they living? In that house.
Who?
Everybody else.
Who, your mother?
Yeah, and the kids.
Well, they're home, I guess. They're there. The kids are there talking to my partner. I guess your mom's there. This all happens right in that little hallway area there?
Yeah. Well, no. Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I guess your mom's going to know. If she doesn't know right this second, she will know.
Jesse was facing schizophrenia, and that's why he may have experienced these visions. But the real reason behind his actions is deeply personal. Jesse never accepted the relationship between his mother and David. 2 years of untreated schizophrenia and deep-seated hatred erupted in chaos. He decided to put an end to Dave's life. However, Jesse doesn't come across as a cold-blooded murderer. The troubled boy was ultimately failed by his family. He was arrested, but the detectives couldn't find any trace of premeditation. On February 3rd, 2014, the Hernando County Circuit Court sentenced Jesse Robert Daly to 30 years in prison for a second-degree murder.
So now what you're doing is you're just selling me a load of bullshit. You're basically pissing on my back and telling me it's right here.
But I'm telling you, there was a fourth person in that car.
This is 26-year-old Stephen Monroe, arguably one of the most arrogant suspects the detectives have ever encountered. He's accused of shooting to death 16-year-old Noah Smith during a gang fight. The detective wastes no time in giving him a brutal reality check.
You need to tell me the truth that happened that night, is that you guys go down there, you're in the front seat, you have your Glock on you, this boy shot at you and tried to kill you. You guys pull around and you shot at him back. Was it self-defense?
I never had a gun, bro.
But getting closure from Steven won't be as easy as the detectives thought. Instead, they're about to be met with even more arrogance and a twist they never saw coming.
I didn't shoot.
Oh, they
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
telling you, bro. That's all I can tell you.
What caliber gun did you shoot that night?
I didn't shoot any gun.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
On January 12, 2022, 26-year-old Stephen Monroe, 23-year-old Tyrese Patterson, and 16-year-old Devondre Williams were in a black Kia Niro SUV driving through Bunnell, Florida. They went live on Instagram at 5 p.m., taunting Ed Sampson, a guy from a rival gang. They were daring him to fight. The trio circled the area around 405 South Anderson Street several times, seemingly looking for trouble. Around 10 p.m., Monroe and Patterson opened fire at Terrell Sampson, Ed Sampson's brother, sparking a dangerous exchange of gunfire. In the chaos, Terrell's friend, 16-year-old Noah Smith, stepped outside his house, completely unaware of the ongoing gang conflict. A bullet struck him, passed through his body, and killed him instantly. Stephen Monroe and the other suspects were finally arrested in May 2022, months after evading law enforcement. Once in custody, Stephen was brought into the interrogation room, where the pressure of the situation began to overpower him. As the detectives pressed for answers, Stephen did his best to manipulate and evade them, but the truth slowly began to surface.
So, some of the things that we want to talk about here today is basically clarification on some of the stuff from the incident with Noah Smith from January. Okay, so we have spent obviously hundreds, thousands of hours collecting all the information from everybody that was there, all the cameras, all the cell phone records, all the Instagram records, all that. So there's some inconsistencies in what you told us that we need to clarify. Okay. Now I want to ask you one more time: who was in the car the night when you left Rose Petal Drive and you went down to Pinell that ultimately ended up with Noah Smith passing away?
Some dude that I didn't know, and then it was me, Dre, and Pooh.
Okay, where were you seating?
On this, behind the dude on the left side, from the dude that I didn't know.
Okay, so who was in the front seat?
I think Pooh and Dre was on the right side of me.
Okay, so this is that, and I'm glad that's the first thing you said, because this is the inconsistencies that we have. Okay, so we've met with Dre, and we've also met with Tyrese.
Okay.
All right, they have made it very clear exactly what occurred that night, and what we've determined is that you're being less than honest with us. Yes, about who was in the car that night and where everybody was seated.
No, sir.
Well, all the evidence would suggest that you're not telling us the exact story. We know that there was only 3 people in the car that night. So this guy that you've talked about, this guy with the wigs that was supposedly driving the car, we can tell at this point for sure that person does not exist. Okay, we know who was driving because they've told us out of their own mouth that they were driving. Devondre Williams, in an interview with his mom and us, sat there and told us very clearly that he drove the car down to Pinell that night. Okay, and he said very clearly that only him, you, and Tyrese Patterson were in that car.
It's not true.
Okay, well, in an independent, separate conversation with Tyrese Patterson today, Tyrese Patterson confirmed that Devondre Williams was driving, and then you and Tyrese Patterson were on the right side of the car. Okay, so we have witnesses, cameras, cell phone records. When phones are in a car with each other, they communicate with each other, and they can kind of tell who's all touching each other's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all this. And there is no 4th phone in the car, no 4th person. How would you say that? Okay, are you sure you're talking about the same night that I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you what they told us. They told us that Devondre was driving the car. You guys leave Rose Petal. You drive down to Pinell. Tyrese says that you guys were going to his grandma's house to pick up some weed. You pass the block. Terrell Sampson standing on the corner. Terrell starts shooting at you guys. You make the block, come around. Shots were returned at Terrell Sampson. Okay? We've been told that Devondre Williams had a gun, but he did not shoot anybody that night. Okay, so Devondre was driving, Tyrese was in the back seat on the passenger side, and you were in the front on the passenger side. Okay, shots were fired at Terrell Sampson. Nobody hit Terrell Sampson. All right, some would say unfortunately. I don't want to say that, but some would say that.
That's not the truth.
Okay, well, we have also reviewed all your Instagram stuff, your cell phone. We've gone through everything. There's no mention of any fourth person. We interviewed everybody that was at the house that night. We talked to Adrian, Crystal, Glib, Nevaeh. Everybody clearly states that there was no fourth person in the car that night. It was just the three of you. Now, what you're risking is, if this is not true, what you're risking is now you have become the only person that's not telling the truth about this.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
There was 4 people in that car.
Okay.
The detective lays it all out. Step by step, he walks Stephen through the events of January 12th, establishing a timeline. Every turn of the SUV, every word from Instagram Live. It's all there. Nothing is left to the imagination. And the real punch? Tyrese Patterson and Devondre Williams have already cracked. They've confessed, and their stories perfectly align with the timeline the detective now presents. It seems like it feels like a classic checkmate, but somehow Stephen still won't fold. Whether it's fear, pride, or pure stubbornness, he clings to denial and his story of the imaginary fourth person in the car. As if lying about the fourth person wasn't enough, Stephen is going to dig his own grave with even more arrogance.
Tyrese Patterson just told me 5 minutes ago that Dre was driving, Dre hands him a gun. You have your own gun. And you and Tyrese fire at Terrell.
Of course they gonna try to put me in it.
Well, Dre said the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Of course they gonna try to put me in it. They both got a lot against me.
What does Dre have against you? It seems like you and Dre are pretty tight.
Well, I had gave them the house, like I said, because they didn't have nowhere to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And none of them was paying bills, so I had to dismiss it. You feel me? Because nobody was paying bills. So they was pretty much had to find their own way of doing things. And since I was moving, nobody was gonna have nowhere to go. You feel me? But I wanted to stay somewhere where nobody was finna pay the bills and I'm just paying by myself.
Fair.
So, and
that would lead them to tell on themselves and implicate themselves in a homicide?
Because they're already in some stuff. So of course they're gonna try to drag whoever they can into it.
Well, I'll use this word because this is exactly what happened. But Tyrese Patterson confessed to shooting and accidentally hitting Noah Smith today.
Okay.
Dre confessed to driving the car after Terrell Sampson shot at the car. Dre says he looped around the block, gave the gun to Pooh. You and Pooh shoot down the block. Okay.
That's still not true.
All right. Well, there was 2 guns used in the shooting.
Okay.
We're being told that both guns were given to you to get rid of. Okay.
That's crazy.
That's what they're saying. Listen, I don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not a magician, unfortunately. I can't tell you exactly what happened. I can only tell you what we're being told. And that is what we're being told, and it matches up with the evidence a heck of a lot more than this guy that you're saying that you don't know, you've never met before, and just happens to show up the night that there's a shooting in Benel. And
I understand what you're hearing. I understand what I'm risking.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, there was a 4th person in that car.
Okay.
And I know where I was sitting, and I know exactly what I saw. You feel me?
Okay.
Stephen now claims he was the one sheltering Tyrese and Devondre, and that he gave them a place and paid their bills. But as he's on the hot seat, he says they've turned on him out of spite. Maybe there's some truth in that grudge. But here's the thing. Holding a grudge is one thing, but admitting to a killing? That's something entirely different. Tyrese has already admitted to pulling the trigger that struck Noah Smith, calling it an accident in the heat of a gang-fueled crossfire. The pieces line up, yet Stephen continues to hold back. But why? Why would he be deflecting if he didn't pull the trigger?
So, what do you know about this 4th person?
Nothing. I just know that he had wicks. I ain't never seen him before.
So what?
The first time I seen him, like I said, because Pooh came to the house with him and they asked us, because it was just me and Dre at the house at first. Well, and besides the other people that was there, you feel me? And he came and he asked us, do we want to smoke? And I said, yeah. You feel me? So we all got in the car, and then, like I said, we went to Benel, and we started smoking, and that's when all of that stuff happened.
And what? So the Pooh was at the house all day.
No, Pooh was not at the house all day.
Where was he?
I don't know. But
So
it wasn't
you guys
at the house
were
all day. Dre, it was like I said, it was me. It was Lil. No, Lil wasn't there. It was me. It was Nevaeh. It was Adrian. And then there was Dre. You feel me? I don't know where Pooh was all day, but.
Well, we have videos from your Instagram live.
Okay, but he wasn't there all day.
Well, he
like
puts you guys in Benel on the corner of South Peach Street and East Bowie Street at around 11 a.m. and you're singing your song, smoking. Pooh's in the driver's seat, Dre's in the back. You guys were just posted up on the corner waiting for somebody to pull up, right? Nobody pulls up. You guys leave around 5 o'clock. You guys meet up with Ed Boy at the gym, and y'all had him running, right? Somebody pulled a gun on him, whatever. I don't know about that. But Ed Boy's at the gym. Y'all had him running. Ed Boy, Ed Boy. This is the whole Instagram live video that we had seen. A 15-minute video of you and Pooh in the driver's seat of this Kia, and y'all are both pointing guns at the phone, saying, you know, the ops basically, that Ed Boy's bitch, rods, like pull up then, all this taunting sort of. And then that means Pooh's at your house a couple of hours before you guys roll out to Benel. You guys are together. The phones match up together all day long. So later on, Pooh is sleeping or high or whatever. Dre drives the Kia. You guys go down to Benel together. This guy, this fourth guy, is not on any videos, no record of him anywhere. Tyrese Patterson, without explaining to him what you said, tells us very clearly, this is what happened that night. Dre's driving, Creek is in the front, I'm in the back. We go down there, we're not looking for trouble. Terrell shoots at us, we come back, and we let off rounds at Terrell. And somehow,
I hear what you're saying.
Noah got hit.
But I'm telling you, there was a fourth person in that car.
Okay.
And Dre was not driving.
Okay.
Dre was right next to me.
Okay. And did Dre shoot?
Like I said, I didn't see. You feel me? I was too busy hearing the gun sounds and putting my head down.
Okay, so everything is on Pooh. Pooh's fault for everything. You think Pooh should get charged with
murder?
murder?
Like I said, I mean, he just admitted to you he was shooting, you feel me?
Okay.
But like I said, there was a fourth person in that car. Like I said, I remember, I know what I seen.
Okay.
Remember?
And you sure you're not confusing it with some other name?
No, I'm sure.
Because I know you guys have done, you guys have ridden around there a few times.
No, I'm sure.
Okay. Now, the next couple hours later, you hit up, and I know you used to be affiliated with G and all that, right? So a couple of hours later, you hit up your boy on Instagram, and you tell him that you need some help. You got to get out of town or something. And dude can't talk on the phone for some reason, so he's like, just code it out, right? So then you write 211 on a norm. You write 2-11 on a norm, N-O-R-M. What does 211 on a norm mean to you?
Help. Somebody trying to kill me.
Okay. Are there any other lies you want to sit here and look at me in the face and disrespect me like that? You want to just get that out of the way? Because 211, yes you are. 211 on a norm does not mean help, okay? If you don't think that we have access to all this old school GD that we can just pull up.
But that's old. That's not.
Oh, the new. So, okay, so.
I'm not finna sit here and lie to you and disrespect.
No, that's exactly what you're doing.
I'm trying to go home.
I'll tell you what you are. Is that you're a very bright young man.
Okay.
You come from a good family. You have a good situation at home. You have a stepdaughter. You have a girl that's probably willing to marry you someday. Okay? Now, that girl also drove a car that ended up killing Kamarian. Right? Now, your girl is also facing charges for murder.
The detective plays it wisely, a clear sign of his experience. He has all the evidence to prove Stephen's guilt, but what he's really after is full closure from Stephen. So he brings up the one person Stephen never expected to be dragged into this mess, his girlfriend. Stephen may still try to deny it, but what comes next is something he never saw coming.
So now what you're doing is you're just selling me a load of bullshit. You're basically pissing on my back and telling me it's right here. And I'll tell you this right now. 211 on a norm does not mean help. Everybody knows that, okay? I know what the second letter of the alphabet is, and I know what the 11th letter of the alphabet is, all right? And I know in my mind what on a norm means. Okay, and we have ran this by multiple GDs, both old and young, Granted by the gang
saying,
investigators.
but
So I know what 211 means. 211 means blood killing. Okay? On and nor means civilian, somebody that's not affiliated, not associated. Okay? That's what that means. That's what you wrote a couple of hours afterwards. To me, that means that you knew for sure that this boy was dead and that you needed help to get out of town. Right? Because what happened was you guys killed a normal person. That's what it means. Okay? You were in the car when this guy died. I'm not saying you shot him.
and I'm telling you, like I said, help. I need help.
Right. 211 means blood killing. Right?
I don't know, dude.
You don't know what 211 means?
Bro, I'm not even like banging like that.
You used to be.
Yeah, I used to be.
Listen, man, in your music videos and all the shit that you claim, that's a different persona
I hear what you're saying.
than the Stephen Monroe that's crying to me, begging for help.
Yeah, I understand what you're
That's a
saying.
different person.
Okay.
Okay? So you got to decide which person are you going to be right now, because today is the
I'm
day.
being me, Steven.
Right.
I'm not. That's
Well, I'll tell you what, in about 6 minutes, the whole world is going to find out what's happening with all this.
I understand what you're saying.
All right? Because in 6 minutes, we're going live with local news all over the state of Florida. You need to decide right now, are you going to be the only one that has a different story that's not true?
But that's the truth, though.
That's
That's all
not
I can only tell you.
Devondre confessed to driving the
Okay,
car.
I hear what you're saying. I hear
And
what you're
Pooh
saying.
confessed to being in the back and shooting. You need to tell me the truth. The truth that happened that night is that you guys go down there, you're in the front seat, you have your Glock on you, this boy shot at you and tried to kill you. You guys pull around and you shot at him back. Was it self-defense?
I never had a gun, bro, and I wasn't sitting in the front seat. I know where I was sitting.
Okay, so all the other videos of you having a gun a couple of hours beforehand, days beforehand, weeks beforehand, all these guns that you're playing with all the time, right? The guns that all your roommates tell us that you have. All these things. This is the one time you guys decide to go down to op territory and not have your pole.
That's it. It's Dre gun, like I said.
Which one?
Whatever gun that y'all talking about.
Okay.
Any of them guns.
I'm not saying who
Dre
owns the
stuff.
gun. I don't care who
I
owns the gun.
understand what you're saying.
You shot down the
I'm
block that
telling you,
night.
No, I didn't.
Steven, you are going to fuck yourself because you're the only one lying.
Okay.
You're the only one lying. Why the would you be the only one lying in this scenario?
I hear what you're saying.
No, I don't think you do, man. I don't know if you think this shit is just fake, but it ain't.
Okay.
Tyrese is in the other room, a couple rooms down. He's getting arrested for first-degree murder as we
I hear
speak.
what you're saying, dude. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, I don't.
What you're saying, but I do.
Steven, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. The state attorney's office is not very happy with the fact that you're making up this fourth person and that you're putting somebody else in this mess that doesn't need to be involved, because you guys need to be held accountable for your actions, okay? Devondre Williams is driving, Tyrese Patterson shot, and you shot. How many times did you shoot? That is the big question.
I didn't shoot.
Okay, well,
No,
you shot
I
a Glock that night.
No, I didn't.
Okay, there's witnesses there, and there's two co-defendants in the car.
I hear what you're saying. Of course, they're going to try to drag me in something because they already in some.
They told on themselves. They don't have to drag you into nothing.
Yes,
they told
the fuck
on
they do
themselves.
because they don't want to go down by themselves.
They don't give a
Exactly. They
No,
don't give a fuck.
Dre doesn't want to go down whatsoever.
Okay.
Right? So he
I hear
says,
what you're saying,
he
bro.
says you shoot, and he says Pooh shoots.
I hear what you're
Pooh,
saying.
this morning, he just out of anger, we slide him a piece of paper that says you have a warrant for your arrest for murder. He's like, "F that, I'm not the only one going down for this. I'll tell you what happened." He tells us the whole story, and it exactly matches up with the evidence. Exactly.
I hear what you're saying, but
What you're saying does not make any sense.
it
No
might not
driver.
make sense. It
You
might
said
not
a
make
driver
sense,
shot
but
out of
I'm
the
telling
driver's
you,
seat, right? You said a driver shot the opposite direction. This driver, this guy.
because he did.
So he shot down the other end of the block where there was no ops at?
Bro,
Why would he do that?
it's bananas, bro. They just trying to wet shit up. They just trying to kill people. Don't care about anything.
Oh, they
Hear
don't
what I'm
okay.
telling you, bro. That's all I can tell you.
What caliber gun did you shoot that night?
I didn't shoot any guns.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. And I'll tell you what, the caliber of the gun makes a big difference in this situation.
I understand what you're
Okay,
saying.
no, I don't think you do exactly, okay? Because, listen, ultimately, Noah was shot and killed with a specific type of bullet, okay? And I think you know whose gun killed Noah Smith.
The detective doesn't flinch. He's done playing nice. One by one, he slams down the evidence and confessions from Tyrese and Devondre. Every single piece fits together like a puzzle, and each one slices deeper into Steven's fabricated tale. Still, Steven keeps trying to spin the story, clinging to the idea of a mysterious fourth person in the car. He is clearly trying to manipulate the moment like he's still got the upper hand, but
But soon, this wannabe gangster is about to have a full-blown reality check and turn into a crybaby.
Right? Now, what I'm telling you is that there was multiple shell casings on scene from 2 different guns. DNA has been recovered from those shell casings. Okay? The DNA is being sent off. We're going to compare it to yours. I'll tell you, I'll bet you $1 million that your DNA is all over those shell casings. Those are guns that you've handled multiple times.
Yeah, I touched it.
Right. You touched it. Sure. Those are guns that you've handled. You're in the car. This boy gets shot. Pooh shoots a gun down the street. He told us what type of gun it was. You shoot a gun down the street. You need to tell me what type of gun that is, because we need to figure out if your bullet is the one that killed Noah or not. Because I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, that is a massive factor in this case. Do you want to just be somebody in the car that was shooting at Terrell? Terrell don't want to press charges. Terrell's going down for this shit too. You think Terrell's going to come in here and say, oh, yeah, I want to press charges against Stephen Monroe for shooting at me? Nobody gives a f*** about that. Everybody just wants everybody to be held accountable for what they did during the Noah Smith case. All right? And you were in that car. You shot a gun down the street. I know you shot a Glock. I want to know what caliber it was. 2 options. Because this kid was hit with a specific type of bullet. And if you say the right one, you might be all right. I know this is tough, man. I get it. Because you've thought to yourself 1,000 times. You've played it over with Donna. This is what we're going to say. You've talked about it with Dre. This is what we're going to say. All right? And now shit is crashing down on everybody because nobody was able to stay 10 toes down and keep it 100. That's not the way things work, bro. That's not the way it works. All we had to do was slide a piece of paper across the table to Tyrese, and Tyrese flipped immediately. We picked up Dre on some bullshit charge. He comes in with his mama, and he is spilling the beans immediately. You're the only one that's lying. And the opinion of most people, and I'm talking about a jury, let's say, 12 people are going to sit there, and they're going to listen to sweet little 80-pound Devondre Williams say, this is what I did. I'm really sorry for my actions. Tyrese Patterson's going to say, this is what I did. I didn't mean to kill Noah. It was an accident. And then you're going to get up there and say, actually, there was some 4th guy with Wicks, and he did that, and I was just minding my own business in the backseat, when everybody knows it's not true, man. You have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth, Stephen. Think about what your parents are going to say about this, man. Your parents are good people, man. We know what you did, and it's all going to come out. It's just a matter of fact of whether or not you are going to be honest about it and be asked for forgiveness, or you're just going to be the guy that lies and says, I don't want to be held responsible for what I did. And that is not the right place to be. What caliber gun did you shoot that night?
Stephen is clearly broken, and the weight of his guilt is crushing him. The detectives see it, and they know this is the moment to push for the truth, and the secret is finally about to come to light.
Stephen, listen. It's all right. Listen, you're a grown man, okay? You got to make a choice right now. Okay, I understand. You have to make a choice right now. Are you going to be painted out to be a liar, or are you going to stand up here like a man and say exactly what you did and let the chips fall where they may? I understand. Listen, man, I know you're scared. I know you are scared. Listen, this is not where you need to be right now.
I don't know what kind of gun it was. I really don't.
Okay. There's 2 options, Stephen. Was it a .40 caliber or was it a 9mm? Which one did you shoot that night? Okay, whose gun was it?
All different Dre's.
They were all Dre's. They were all Dre's, both guns? Did Dre give his gun to who?
I didn't see all of that.
Okay. Now, I want to try this again, all right? And we're on the right path now. Where exactly were you seating in the car? Tell the truth.
In the front seat.
Okay. Who was driving?
Dre.
All right. And where was Pooh sitting?
In In the backseat.
Okay. And then you guys go down there. Why were you guys going down there now?
To smoke.
Okay. So then, did you see Terrell Sampson shoot at your car? You did. Did you know it was Terrell Sampson? But you just heard the gunshots? Okay. How did we find out it was Terrell Sampson that was shooting at you guys? How did you find out, not me?
Because people were talking about it.
Okay. So when you guys come around the block and you guys start letting off fire down the block, what was the intended target? Was it Noah Smith? Did you guys try to shoot and kill Noah Smith? No?
I don't know if that's what they're aiming for.
You don't know that who was aiming for? Okay, who were you aiming at? Huh? You were aiming at Terrell? Did you see him standing out there? Did he still have a gun when he was standing out there? Okay, did you think he was going to shoot at you? You did. Okay. How many times did you shoot? This is the big important question. Just one time? And you can't remember what kind of gun you had? And listen, you've already done a really good job, okay? But I do think, listen, relax, man. I do think that you know exactly what gun you had because I believe that that's your gun.
I don't know what kind of gun I had. I really don't remember.
Okay. All right, listen, relax. Relax. Hey.
I'm in here and I don't want to be here.
Okay, I know you don't want to be here, man. Nobody wants to be here. I get that. I completely get that. Tyrese just got hit with a murder charge, bro.
I just don't want to be in this situation. I'm just trying to protect myself.
I get it. You're trying to protect yourself. I understand that. And listen, you have an attorney that you can explain all this to, but you have to be honest with your attorney too. How is your attorney going to rightfully defend you if you're not telling him exactly what happened? And then you're letting the police find out all the information and find out all the details to make you look like a liar. And then how is anybody going to feel bad for you if you're just sitting up here telling things that aren't true? That's what I'm trying to get across to you. Okay?
It wasn't Steven's bullet that took Noah's life, but that doesn't make him any less afraid of the truth. He's scared to death to admit his part, maybe because he still doesn't fully grasp the weight of the damage he's caused. Deep down, he's just trying to protect himself, hoping his lies will act like armor. But the truth is, no lie can save him now.
Ultimately, you have to stand up like a man and defend yourself in front of people in a courtroom. And you have to be able to say, this is what I did and this is why I did it. And when you are saying things that are clearly not true, that's when you look to be like a monster and people don't trust you anymore, okay? You have to be trustworthy. All right, so let's start out. How did all this beef start? What is the problem between the Sampsons and you guys?
I don't know. I inherited the beef because Dre didn't have nowhere to stay and Pooh didn't have nowhere to stay, so I let them stay at my house.
Okay.
And then they were already beefing with these people. I was just being a friend. I was not finna let nobody just hurt my friends or do whatever. Starting to run up on me and they telling me they got my address and stuff. And
right. Who said they had your address?
I don't know. One of them said they had it. We was arguing with him on live.
Was that Rod?
I think it was Rod.
Because Rod was on the live saying, like, I just passed Rose Petal. Okay. So what you guys are at Rose Petal. You guys are going to go down to Bunnell to go get some weed to smoke. Is that right? Did you guys leave Rose Petal with the purpose of going to start some with the ops?
No.
Okay. When you get down there, you're driving down Anderson Street. Dre's in the front driving, you are in the front passenger, and Pooh is right behind you in the passenger, right? Okay, when you get to that corner there by the houses, by like Sweat up there, what happens out there? Who says what?
I don't really know where, like, Vanilla like that. Like
No,
I said, but
well,
I just know that.
Where Terrell was standing.
Seeing Terrell.
Okay.
And Pooh started yelling, I guess he was telling people to get out the way. And Terrell started shooting at the car. And he spun back
and Terrell. And then just start shooting at Terrell.
Okay, so Terrell starts shooting. You guys make the corner, right? You go down the road where the gym's at. You come down Bowie Street, right? This is all on camera, so that's why I'm saying it, because I know for a fact. You pull up to the corner, Dre's driving. Now he pulls up so that you and Pooh have a clear line of sight, so you can see exactly down the street there. And then you and Pooh just start shooting at the same time. Did Pooh shoot first? Do you know who shot first?
As I said, one time, Pooh was dumping the whole clip.
Okay, you shot one time and Pooh dumped the whole clip.
Or what I thought was the whole clip. I didn't know he was shooting a lot, and I just shot one time.
Okay. All right, so then after that, you guys leave Benel, you guys go back to Rose Petal, right? That's what all the surveillance cameras show. What happens once you guys get back to Rose Petal?
Get back. Everybody starts hitting us up. I go in my room. They leave. I'm in my room. I'm sleeping. I don't know what happened after that.
Okay. Creep, I need to know where these guns are at.
I really don't know where they're at.
Tyrese told me this morning that you were going to give them to somebody around the way, around the corner, and that they were going to hold them for you.
No.
I need to get these guns off the street.
I don't know where they're at.
Okay.
And I didn't give nobody nothing.
People in the house have told us that you were going to get rid of them. And then Tyrese told us this morning that you were going to give them to a neighbor.
That's not true.
I'm telling you though, when we find those guns, if we can prove that it was you who hid them or didn't give them over to law enforcement, that's not going to be good for you.
I understand.
I hope so. Yep. All right. Deputy Hagerty's going to take you, man.
Stephen's confession remains incomplete as he chose to hold back one key bit of information, and that was where he hid the guns. But fortunately, detectives found all the answers at the end as they secured the guns used in the crime and the CCTV footage that captured the incident. Investigators found 6 shell casings, 5 from a 9mm gun and 1 from a .40 caliber gun. 2 years later, a friend of Stephen was found with a .40 caliber Glock 23 in Castleberry, Florida. Stephen Monroe was charged with first-degree murder for his role in the crime. His trial was held in February 2025. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Tyrese Patterson was first charged with first-degree murder, but later pleaded no contest to second-degree murder. He now faces 25 to 50 years in prison and is still waiting to be sentenced.
You walked up in here, you're talking to my partner, calling him bro. He's over twice your age. You should be calling him sir.
This is 18-year-old Christian Hillman, who has been hit with a brutal reality check.
You're a kid, and you need to grow up, young man.
Sir, can you please stop raising your voice?
No, I will not, because you know what? You are not going to tell me what to do. Do you understand?
I will file a complaint on you.
Go ahead, do it!
In September 2016, a haunting image surfaced the internet. The image of Christian staring into the camera with blood-stained hands. Just weeks earlier, a confrontation would take place, which would leave the victim gurgling in his own blood and with severe brain damage. Now, as Hillman sat in the interrogation room, his spoiled, entitled nature became painfully clear.
Can you give me a double mattress? Could I put these handcuffs on? Can I get an attorney in here?
Get me an attorney.
Bring an attorney in here.
Oh, yeah, really?
I have the right to an attorney.
You do get in here right now.
What crimes has he committed, and what dark path led him here? As we will delve deeper into the case, you will be shocked by the brutality of a mere teenager.
We just hung out for a little bit.
You said you contemplated and talked about what happened. What were you guys talking about?
Then what?
You said that after he was gurgling, the guy was gurgling, and you guys left, got out of there, and you contemplated on what had took place. What were you guys talking about?
Like afterward?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. We're just trying to forget about it. Like, I lost my temper. I really hate being angry.
Sure.
Christian's story begins to unravel when the detectives bring in the 2 friends who were with him that night.
guys drove in like LVS and he drew like a big old on one of them and stuff like that, just to goof around.
Sure.
And then we were like, all right, let's just go dirt bike some more because it's getting way too dark. And then that. Yeah, but we were like, he's probably gonna be there soon. So he jetted off. I got on, we jetted off. Hat flew off, put it back on, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, he's probably right up here waiting for me because I could see like the blinking light for like the four-way stop. So I get up there, and he's nowhere to be seen. And I'm like, oh. So I go, okay, like so I go left. Go left for about maybe half a mile and couldn't find him again. So I'm like, gotta turn around. He's gonna be back there somewhere. So I turn around and I call him. I'm like, yo, Christian, where are you? First and I'm like, we're still out dirt biking, dude. I need to find Christian before we head back, because I don't know where I am. And he's like, all right, bro. Well, where are you back? Because I'm Hank. I'm like, all right, hang up. Call Christian. Doesn't answer. Put my phone in my pocket. I'm like, looking both ways. I get a call from Christian. All I hear is like frantic, like moving and stuff like that. And I'm like, Christian, are you still driving? Like, stop. Like, answer your phone. And he's like, this dude's unconscious. I was like, what? This dude's unconscious. So I'm like, what? So I pull up some more, and I see this like truck with its, hazards going off. I'm like, what the f? So I pull up.
So let me ask you this. So you're on the phone with Christian as this is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so you call him, he answers, he says this dude's unconscious.
And I was like, what? And then I hung up, and I put it in my pocket, pulled up to see where he was, because then it was just like a bunch of like muffling. It sounded like he was going like this. And I finally saw the truck, so I pulled up, and he was like right there, and this dude's like laying there unconscious. And I'm like, dude! And he's like, dude, he choked me. And I was like, what? And I was like, we need to go, bro. You just knocked him out. Let's go, bro. And he's like, all right, bro, let's go. And he was like trying to like pick up his dirt bike, and like people started showing up, and he started like talking to all these people and everything. And I was just like sitting on the ATV like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? And then he got on, and we just jetted back to his crib.
Okay. So you get back to his house.
Yeah.
Pull these things in the garage, and then what'd you guys do?
And then we sat for about maybe an hour, smoked some cigarettes. Ate a little bit of food. And then we were like, I'm going to go back to my house. We're like, sure. Go back to my house.
Okay. So what did you guys talk about? I mean, very dramatic story.
Yeah.
Very animated on what happened there. And then you're telling like, yeah, then we went to the house, ate, smoke, and that was it. I mean, I gotta imagine this is a pretty traumatic event.
Yeah,
you guys are sitting talking about what happened.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Christian said that he was driving and the guy like got really close to the back of him. And he's always told me that it's like scary when someone gets to really close to the back of you on like a two-wheeler. Like it's so they touch that back wheel, you're gonna fall. So
sure.
He starts pulling over, and the guy pulled over with him. And I believe him in that part because his bike was parked right in front of his truck. And I'm like, so I was like, all right, whatever. And then so Christian gets off the bike, and the guy must have gotten out of the car too. And Christian said he laid hands on him, and Christian just beat the shit out of him. And he said it was complete self-defense. Like, I've known Christian for a while now.
You know what self-defense is?
I mean, it's like when someone like attacks you and you use like, I would say, I guess a little bit.
Did that sound like this scenario?
As badly as he was hurting, I couldn't tell you.
Honestly, as badly as he was hurting, do you think this is self-defense?
No.
Okay. Why? You were besides going to Grand Rapids Christian, you seem like you've been in the streets. You got friends who's in the streets. You seem like an intelligent young dude, right? So
this is in a severe condition. Like
sure.
Like punching someone in the face and knocking them out is one thing, and or pushing someone out of the way or something like that.
And then doing what? After you push them out of the way, you get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But apparently he was like kicking him and shit and like all of this like extra shit. I was just like,
do you think that's a little extreme?
It's not a little extreme. It's a lot extreme. Like
sure.
I was knocked out at a party once, and the guy slammed my head in the cement, gave me a concussion.
Right.
Like, I don't like fighting.
No, and I'm just going based on Christian's story that this guy came and grabbed his neck.
This friend is none other than Noah Bolowski, the one who snapped the infamous photo of Christian and posted it on social media. The way Noah speaks, it's clear that the incident left him deeply shaken. Despite being Christian's friend, even he recognizes the sheer inhumanity that Christian unleashed that day. His other friend will also agree that Christian indeed went too far that day.
Were you there when he took that picture?
Yes.
Okay.
It was on the porch.
Do you know why he had him take his picture?
No.
Did he ask him to take his picture?
No.
Did Christian ask him to take it?
No. I'm not really sure. Like, the picture was just taken. I think he just didn't even say anything, just took the picture.
Okay. Did you take any pictures of him?
No.
No?
I just want to forget that. Like, I didn't want any pictures of it.
You said you have not had any contact with Christian since?
No.
Via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these are all things we can check?
Yep.
No contact with
No
him?
contact.
Okay.
Don't even have his number.
So you're mainly...
But I think I had some information that wasn't mentioned through all of this.
So Christian told you he was on...
2 bars of Xanax.
Anything else?
And then I witnessed him take 2 more that night when I told him not to. So when he came in this office, that means he was on it.
Oh, he was tripping when he was here.
Yeah.
That was clear.
I think that's what started the fight. He felt like he was invincible because he was on Xanax.
You ever taken it?
No.
I'm just wondering, I've never taken it either, I'm just wondering what it does, what it makes you feel like.
I heard it makes you like mellow and like, but in his case, it didn't.
Clearly he was not mellow.
Right.
It made him violent. It's just sad. Anything else?
No.
No.
Christian was under the influence of Xanax when he committed the crime. It's quite evident now who was actually intoxicated. Up until now, the detectives have been patient with his behavior, but he's in for a surprise.
Y'all about to lock me up?
No. Well, we need you to be completely honest with everything.
Oh, I'm being completely honest with you guys.
Okay. Not being completely honest with everything. Okay. And I don't want to appreciate you're trying to come up with a story that it was self-defense and this guy grabbed me by the neck, and I don't have the forms with me. But do you realize there was an event at the church when this whole thing took place? You were so angry you did not realize who was around, who was watching, who was listening. So, what I said earlier, and I know you're concerned, you said, I don't want to go. You got to be honest,
yeah.
Okay? And I'm not yelling, screaming. I'm being just giving you straight up.
You're being cool, bro.
You got to be honest. I've done this job way too long to know, one, you're not giving us certain names because I think this might be your boy. You don't want to tell on your boy, blah, blah, blah. We're going to find out. So that's not going to help you out when we find, or if it was another couple guys, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the thing is, you're not being 100% honest, okay? Because there's 2 sides to the story, okay? 1 is yours, 2 and 3 is your buddies, 4 is the victim. So then you kind of look, all right, is the victim story going to match up to your story? But in this case, it's easy. Because we can take your story out and the victim's story out, and we can talk to witnesses who don't know you and don't know the victim. So for a case like this, it's simple. I mean, we just talk to the witness. What'd you see? What'd you hear? Who did what? Who did what next? It's better than catching it on video, because you have witnesses who don't even know you and don't know. It's different if I say, Christian, we got 2 witnesses. Well, who are they? Well, it's the victim's cousins. Well, then that doesn't make sense. Of course they're going to say, you did this. These are church folks just leaving a church, driving off, and witness this whole thing go down. And you guys didn't realize that they're standing watching this thing go down. They watched what you did, what you guys did. They heard what was said and what happened. And that's how we ended up there, is because they were the ones that called 911.
No, I just understandable.
So Your story is not even close to what these witnesses, these poor folks, saw. It's not true.
Can I get an attorney in here?
What's that?
Can I get an attorney in here?
It's up to you.
I'd like one right now.
Oh, hell yeah. I never had it on before.
Yeah, you're gonna have them on now.
Do you think that's cool?
What's cool?
Having those on?
I know it's just a new experience.
Okay.
But I mean, you almost like think it's like cool. Do you think it's cool to be here right now?
I mean, no, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool somebody put their hands on my neck too and threaten me.
Okay.
That's not cool.
But here's the other thing I want you to realize, okay? You asked for an attorney, so I'm not asking you any questions. I'm just going to talk for a second.
Yeah,
okay?
Go for it.
All right? How old are you?
Yeah.
Okay? And you walked up in here, and you're talking to my partner, calling him bro. He's over twice your age. You should be calling him sir.
I did call him
What I'm sitting here listening to, while I'm sitting here in my chair, is listening to a kid who thinks that he's just talking with two guys instead of understanding the gravity of why he's sitting in this room. Okay? Old. And you need to grow up, young man.
Sir, can you please stop raising your voice?
No, I will not. Because you know what? You are not going to tell me what to do. Do you understand?
I will file a complaint on
Go ahead, do it. Go ahead.
Go give me my fucking lawyer. You think this
really?
Go
You see what I mean? Huh? Sitting there calling me a nigger?
I never even called
one of my partners here?
I never even called you a bro.
Really? What did you just say? That's your problem. That's why you don't understand the gravity of why you're sitting in this chair at 1:30 in the morning. Because you're a kid who thinks he's a tough guy. And you want us to sit there and believe that you're just driving down the road on your ATV and this guy's honking his horn and you didn't do nothing wrong? You got an attitude and it shows by the way you're talking to my partner in the
He was a 7-year-old man. And he also put his hands around me.
Okay. So you're going to say that to all these other witnesses saw what happened? We're doing a search warrant at your house right now.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get my attorney in here
You
right
have
now.
no idea who you're playing with.
Yep. Oh, believe me, I do.
So,
The
yeah.
ATV, the bike is coming out of the garage right now, the blood all in the garage, everything. We have it all.
There's no blood in the garage, cuz.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You slipped up, buddy.
You got a lot growing up on you.
As hard as you.
Get me an
We're
attorney.
not bringing an attorney in here.
Oh, yeah, really?
Okay.
Come and sue the f*** out of y'all.
We're not
I have the right to an attorney.
You do.
Get in here right now.
And you can get
And
one.
when you go over to the jail, and then you can call and get an attorney. Okay?
Where the f*** am I going to jail?
You'll find out.
You'll find out.
Big tough guy.
You're a
You'll
tough
find
guy.
out.
You know all the answers, bro.
Y'all some assholes, bro.
Christian played right into the cops' hands, and now they had to break the gravity of the situation he is in.
We're doing a search warrant at your house right now. So my boss is out there at the house. I got a search warrant. Magistrate signed it. So,
But I got nothing to hide in my house, man.
I know. I hear you. But I'm just letting you know what's going on. I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm doing anything. I'm not making this stuff up.
Yeah, you're keeping it 100, bro.
And you know, there is blood inside of that garage. And
in my garage?
Chris, okay. I don't know what other way to tell you, man. I'm not making this up. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know you're not making it up. You're a cop.
Inside
You're
of
a
your
cop.
garage, yes. There's blood inside of your garage. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
Okay.
And we're in the process of finding.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I understand.
When Christian hears that the cops are about to search his home, he knows he messed up. Panic sets in and he quickly asks for an attorney again. realizing the walls are closing in on him.
What's going on with the attorney situation?
We don't get you an
we don't
attorney.
get you
You
an
ask for
attorney.
an attorney, that's on you to get an attorney.
Okay, but I'm supposed to be publicly appointed ones.
You don't understand how the process works, do you?
It's not our job. Well, whose job is it? Because I'm not
Your
about,
job.
I'm not about to answer a bunch more questions. I know
We're
my
not asking you any questions, Christian. Then what question have we asked since you said you want an attorney?
Well, I mean, the thing is, he put me in these for absolutely no damn reason. I'm just sitting here cooling.
Okay.
I don't understand it.
You're being detained right now, okay? We're not asking you any questions, and it's not our job to call to get you an attorney. That's not our job.
Then whose job is it?
Yours.
Okay, well, I need my phone to do that.
Sure. You just hang tight, Christian. We're going to get the search warrant done, and we'll kind of decide what's going to happen next, okay?
How can we get a hold?
Really? You guys don't need to contact them. They had nothing to do with it.
Well, here's the thing. You're not running this investigation, so it's not your decision on who we're going to talk to.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to talk to you.
How do you know? You don't know what somebody else is going to do.
Oh, but damn sure I do.
Okay.
Hey, yo, get my attorney, too.
Hey, yo, we don't do that.
All right, well, give me my phone so I can call my lawyer. He about to come in here and get all this up.
It's clear now that he thinks that getting an attorney will get him out of the murder charge, so he keeps acting like a tough gangster and says that his friends will not talk to the detectives, but he is unaware of the fact they already had.
I was trying to be polite as hell for the first thing. Y'all start asking me some questions. Trying to be all nice to y'all. Then old Billy Bad over here thinks she has a bad, she's one bad mother. Play that. And I'm just gonna let y'all know too that y'all not let me see an attorney, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you. Y'all gonna lose some fucking bank.
Like any spoiled teen, he will now call his parents, complaining about the situation and expecting them to fix everything for him. But it will be interesting to see how his parents react.
You wanna know something that's got me super f***ed up? What? You wanna know something that's got me super f***ed up?
What's going on?
Well, right now I am in the Kent County Police Department. I am chained to the floor and they were refusing me to give me an attorney.
Well, we have to hire one. What do they charge you with?
No, this is the thing, Dad. Like, literally, they will not get me a public appointed attorney, and that's their job.
Because we can afford one. They don't have to get you one until after they're raining.
Alright, well, you're not staying in jail then. I'm sorry. Like, somebody's gonna have to bail me out.
I don't know who for.
Yeah, you damn sure can.
What are you arrested for?
Well, for getting in a fight with that dude. I shouldn't even brought my ass down here. They're trying to pull that good cop, bad cop. That's hilarious. They think they got that shit all figured out like there's some OGs or something.
Christian,
I'm 12. I don't give a f*** about them niggas.
Christian, come on now. You know, you're making things work for yourself. Just talking like that.
No, but the only problem, this is what I'm not understanding here, is they will not give me an attorney which is supposed to be present during this time. They have me shackled to the floor. I am not violent. I have no weapons. They have me chained to the floor.
Okay. Christian, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know what
Alright, well, you're gonna have to come putting up with this bullshit much longer. I'm cussing these cops out. They think they're all Billy Bat. They're really not.
So all this is just making a lot more trouble.
No, I got freedom of speech. I can say whatever the f I want to those niggas.
Like, Christian, you're gonna be like that. I can't help you. I can't help you. You're gonna just get more trouble.
Alright, well, I need somebody to come bail me out. Alright, I'm.
Listening to how he talks to his father, it's clear that he's used to having everything his way. This entitled attitude isn't just a coincidence, it's a direct result of his upbringing. Watch closely how he also talks to his mother, exposing the root of his arrogance and sense of entitlement.
Hello?
Want to come down to the police station?
Well, I have the detectives here right now.
Alright, well, what are they saying to you, and what are they searching?
For the clothes that you wore.
The clothes that were? Oh. How you left them in the house?
So they have a warrant?
Oh, they had a warrant?
Yeah. I'm sure they don't want to wear your dirty underwear.
Alright, no.
This is not a laughing matter. I know. I'm sorry, Christian.
Yeah, like, I'm really pissed. They have me chained to the floor.
They chained you to the floor?
Yes, I'm pissed.
Why would they chained you to the floor?
Yes. So you come down here, like, right now and settle this out? So I'm not having it. They refuse to give me an attorney. They will not have a publicly appointed attorney come in here so I can talk with them. And that's my rights.
Yeah?
So they're breaking my rights? So basically, I'm coming back and I'm suing them for everything they had.
Gee, Christian.
Look. You got me chained to the floor.
You're laying on the floor when you're chained.
Yeah. Just come down here.
Well, I have the guys here right now, so I can't leave.
Those I need help more. I need a lot more help than what they're doing right now.
Yeah, listen, you can't leave. I can't even go downstairs in the basement or anything.
Why?
Because they're doing a search. Whereabouts are you anyhow?
I am at the Kent County Jail right now.
Is that the one? Kent County.
Like I'd go knock on the door, but these niggas have me so the chain can't even reach the door to knock on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I just really need you down here.
Okay. So I can't leave right now. I can't leave. These guys are doing their job, and I can't leave. You know? And my phone is dying, by the way.
Really need you to be here.
So are you at the Kent County Jail House?
Yes.
That's what you call it?
Well, actually, damn it, hang on. I'm up. This is going to be a struggle. Listen, come on.
Damn it.
Well, I'd rather not. I'd rather have you come.
I am going to.
You coming down here?
Yes, I am. As soon as I get a chance, I will.
All right, love.
Everything cool down here. And you're at the Kent County.
It's Kent County. It's not with the sheriff's department. What's the precinct? Kent County Sheriff's Department. Kent County Sheriff's. Yeah, I'm at the Kent County Sheriff's Department. Bro, can you please get this off my way? Man, that's our policy. I understand, bro. It's uncomfortable as hell, man.
Yeah, sure. It's not made for comfort.
All right, man. Yeah.
Because I do have to plug my phone in somewhere.
Okay. Well, I really need y'all to come down here and bail me out.
Okay, I will.
Alright, so when am I supposed to be seeing you?
Well, I don't know how long the gentleman will be here. So I don't know.
My phone's on a low battery right now too, and I'm pretty much.
Okay, well, hang up the phone and then I'll come down. But they still think that I don't know anything. And I'm going to keep it that way. That way they don't have the time that you left or the time you came back or the time you left. So you don't know something. And that's
Christian's conversation with his mom sheds light on their relationship and underscores how much his parents are responsible for his downfall. His mother's comment that the detectives don't know she's aware of his crime and that she intends to keep it that way shows the lengths to which she will go to protect her son. Her misguided encouragement will only worsen his situation, further entrenching him in his destructive path. And now you'll hear his demands, which will confirm that Christian is indeed a spoiled brat.
Yeah, man, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. If y'all think it's going to sell, can you give me a double mattress?
Look, man. All right, here's the deal. We're just kicking it, right? We're just kicking it. You watch way too much TV, dude. Like the whole getting you an attorney, and now you're asking for a double I mean, come on, man. We don't put in requests. None of that happens. That's not real. None of that's real. I mean, if you're locked up tonight, you're gonna get what you get. I mean, we don't.
Oh man, I've slept on worse, believe me, bro.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I don't get what this kind of facade is. I mean, it's like, no, we don't put requests in for a double mattress and your own room, and this isn't a hotel. I mean,
oh, that's not what I meant, like a double mattress, bro. I mean like a double match.
They don't do that, dude. They just don't. No.
That's pretty whack.
But
Christian's privileged attitude becomes evident during his interrogation. He demands a double mattress and calls his parents, expecting them to fix his situation. His sense of entitlement stems from the way he was raised, and this is a pattern that repeatedly surfaces throughout the case. Driven by his desperation to leave the situation, he calls his mom once more.
everybody just left.
They did, so do you think you can come down here now?
Are you out?
What?
Are you out?
No, I'm chained to the floor.
They told me that you will probably come home tonight, but they have a lot of questions for you, and they don't know when that will be.
All right. Well, I'm going to have the best lawyer ever there, so their questions aren't going to do it.
Well, one thing they said, this one detective guy said that they already know. They already know that, so you could tell them their names. But
you think I'm snitching out any of my boys?
The trouble of it is that they already know who it is.
Watch for I like it.
But they know who it is, so what I have to do is wait for you to call me when the detectives are in, but they're bringing you some clothes to put on because they're going to keep the clothes you got on. They took your boots.
Wait. They took my boots? What boots?
Your blue ones because they have blood all over them. This is not going over well for you at all.
No, not.
Just like you said, you did some serious damage, but the thing of it is I think there's two sides to the story.
There is two sides of the story. He grabbed me by my neck, thought he was all hard and everything, so tried to slam me to the ground. Hell no.
And you got his kick for it then, didn't you?
Yeah,
now you're going to pay the price because you overdid it.
Good. I mean, maybe he won't fuck with somebody else.
But like the detective here, he just says, he's got to answer some questions. He says he's just got to answer some questions. But the thing is, Christian.
All right. The thing is, don't come home.
No, please come home.
Why please come home?
I want you to please come home.
Why?
Well, you don't have to tonight if you don't want to.
No, why you want me home now?
Well, because of everything that happened. They just asked me, well, you know, he's going to deliver and go tonight. They won't keep you.
Wait, what?
They're going to let you. You probably able to get out of jail, the detective department tonight and come home. But if you don't want to come home, then you can do what you want.
It's appalling to hear a mother speak to her son who has committed a crime in such a manner. Instead of questioning his actions, she insists he comes home, showing a disturbing lack of accountability and concern. After hours of Christian sitting in the interrogation room, officers finally arrived to photograph the injuries he's alleged to have.
This dude's gonna document your injuries that you got to your hands, your neck.
I have injuries on my neck.
You said he choked you, right?
Yeah, he grabbed me around here.
Right. So you should have injuries there.
And
Yeah.
what I need you to do is stand up right here. I'm gonna take some overalls, show this is you.
I'm gonna need a little help here first.
Okay, I think that's what you're working on.
The officers, however, never found any of these injuries. Police discovered damning evidence at Christian Hillman's home, including steel-toed boots and blood-stained jeans with McFarland's DNA. On July 24, 2017, Hillman was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 22.5 years to 100 years in prison, with parole possible in 2039.
The jury finds Mr. Hillman guilty of second-degree murder.
William McFarland endured a horrific death, suffering multiple rib fractures, severe head trauma, and unstable facial injuries. Despite receiving medical care, he succumbed to his injuries on October 31st, 2016. His eldest son, Jason McFarland, spoke in court, honoring his father as a kind and extraordinary man, leaving a devastated family and community to mourn his loss.
I've lost my hunting partner, my father, my fishing partner. Everything I do to this day, the hobbies and everything, he taught me.
You know, nothing's gonna bring my dad back, so we do feel that, you know, we got justice, and we were happy that, you know, the jury saw that, you know, second degree is what they should have gone with, but, you know, still it's just a terrible situation.
As we conclude this unsettling case, we are left with difficult questions. Was Christian always on this path, or did his upbringing and environment play a role in shaping his sense of entitlement and detachment from reality? Could stricter parenting or greater accountability have changed the outcome, or was this tragedy inevitable?
Eye to eye. There's nothing I know about this. Nothing.
This is 17-year-old Javarcy Tapley, who murdered his cousin Caleb Short. However, he didn't stop there. He also killed Caleb's mother, Gloria Short, and his 10-year-old niece, Gianna. But why would he kill his own family? This discovery was made on January 4th, 2016, when Caleb's father, Robert Short, came home from work and was met with a horrifying scene. His entire family was lying dead in a pool of blood.
Please send someone, please. I want to kill my family.
Someone took your family?
Somebody killed my came home, my family's dead.
When the detectives brought Javarcy into the interrogation room, they confronted a very stubborn suspect who was continuously trying to outsmart them.
Do you want to kill an innocent child?
No, sir, I would not.
A person like you won't kill a grandmother?
No.
Javarcy Tapley is a 17-year-old who grew up together with his cousin Caleb Short and his family in Upatoy, Georgia. But unknown to the others, jealousy was building up inside Javarcy's heart, and this jealousy would soon destroy the happiness of the entire family. On January 4th, 2016, after the tragic 911 call, officers arrived at the scene only to witness that the house had become a place of horror. But despite the grim circumstances, the officers pushed forward and interviewed a heartbroken Robert.
So I went in. My wife was laying in the hallway, face down. And stuff was scattered everywhere. And I checked the pulse, and no pulse.
Now, when you say you check the pulse, where do you check a pulse at?
Carotid.
Carotid order.
And I saw my granddaughter laying in the living room, face up, and I checked her pulse, and she was cold. And I started running through the house looking for my son, calling his name. He wasn't in his room. So I ran back out into my room and found him in my bedroom closet, tied up.
Take your time.
I didn't check the house no further than I came back out and went back in and checked him again.
So you say you came back out?
I came back out to my wife and then I went back and checked on him and I couldn't get to wake up. Then I started trying to call 911. I haven't taken a couple of minutes to call 911 because I was also.
Now, with your son, did you check his pulse also?
Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned that your granddaughter, you check her pulse.
Yeah.
When the detectives couldn't find any useful information from Robert, they started digging into Caleb's close contacts. They searched through Caleb's phone, and the last person he had contacted was his cousin, Javarsi Tapley. The entire Short family was butchered brutally, and the murder scene was disturbing enough to unnerve even the most hardened officers. Adding to the unnerving circumstances, there was no CCTV footage or any witness to the crime. The only lead the detectives managed to secure was Caleb's contact list and the one name that stood out. With that, they brought in Javarsi as their primary suspect, since he was the last one to call Caleb.
First of all, I want to thank you, for, coming down, cooperating with us and, willing to help us with what's been going on. We just want to try to, meet with some of the family members, just want to just see what information that they have or anything that they do. Tell me about Caleb. Who is he to you, first of all?
My cousin.
What type of kid was Caleb?
Caleb, now his mouth can be a little, but Caleb was the sweetest kid you'll ever meet, sir. The sweetest kid.
Okay, he was real sweet.
He'll never harm anybody else. Of course, everybody talk a little smack every now and then. I do it myself. I'm pretty sure you do it from time to time, but any other than that, Caleb didn't have no problems with anybody, not that I know of. Basically, I was his only kind of brother figure in his life.
Right.
And he was kind of only mine because me and him used to go on vacations and I went out there with stuff like that. Like I was telling him, I didn't know too much about Caleb's social life. All I knew is when I come out there, it would just be me, him, and his friends.
Right.
So like with your homeboys at high school, y'all sit around, joke around, play basketball, talk about girls, stuff like that. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Right.
Although detectives let him go, they had a hunch that Javarsi was hiding something behind his friendly face. They would soon find out that their suspicions about him were correct. 2 cars were stolen from Caleb's residence during the incident. Detectives managed to track the GPS of one of the vehicles that led them to Oakland Park. Both of the vehicles were found at the same place. Using luminol, bloodstains were identified in the car, and detectives carefully collected DNA samples and fingerprints from both the interior and exterior of the vehicle as part of their investigation. After the news broke about the stolen cars being found, the police received an unexpected call from a woman indicating that her son, Raheem Gibson, might be involved in the theft of the vehicles that were found in Oakland Park.
He said that he was with a friend. What's the friend's name?
All I know is
Weeda?
and Weeda and some other boy. I don't know the boy name. Wheat, huh? Weeda. Weeda.
And he said they went to the house and
I don't know what house. They came in with some stuff. Where's the stuff? That boy came back driving the car. My child did.
Okay.
Whatever they find in Oakland Park.
Following the lead, detectives brought in Raheem Gibson, who would later become the key to solving the entire case.
So here we are, we're at the house. Does he give you a plan, or what's Weeda telling you? Does he give you a role?
No, he just says he ain't gonna tell who I am when he first comes to the door, so y'all just stand on the side.
Okay. But backing up, what did you say you saw in the driveway?
Basketball goal.
Okay, basketball. Was there any vehicles in the driveway at this time?
Yes.
Okay. What vehicle was in the driveway?
The truck.
Okay, when you say truck, do you know what color the truck was?
Black.
Okay. Truck as in like it had an open part in the back or an SUV?
SUV.
Okay.
Closed.
Okay.
Detectives seem to have a breakthrough, but the real hurdle is about to begin. They would soon hit a roadblock while trying to get Javarsi to confess.
That you might have had something to do with it.
Yes, sir.
What you know about that?
Nothing. I mean, why would I do something like that? I told you my whereabouts. My grandma can tell you my whereabouts, where I was. Why would I have anything to do with my own cousin?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I mean, we just have to, you know, if people tell us something, we just have to check into it.
Yeah, I understand that. I would never have something to do with it. Knowing all these years I've been knowing him, never even crossed my mind to do something like that, have anything to do with something like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just can't. I didn't do that. I promise you that.
Because man, this was a terrible incident. Nobody deserved that.
They really didn't.
And nobody deserved that. So, you know, you got a child, teenager,
and a grandmother,
and a
slash mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, I don't even see myself even being in no situation like that.
And why's that?
Because I'm not that type of person, you know.
What type of person is that?
A cold-hearted person.
Cold-hearted person.
Yeah. I don't see myself hurting anyone.
Mm-hmm. You never gotten upset and want to hurt somebody?
No, sir. Well, everybody got upset.
Uh-huh.
Can't even lie about that.
Yeah.
As far as getting upset and going off and stuff like that, I don't.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Why would people be saying, what if I told you, you know, why all these people would be saying what you had something to do with?
Probably because Caleb was my cousin, and they saw, and they, when me and Caleb was together or something like that at the mall, they saw me and him together. So they figured if he always with Caleb, he probably know who Caleb had beef with, who Caleb all let come to the house, who Caleb hung out with, who Caleb did this with, who Caleb did that with. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but stuff like that, no. I don't know who he had beef with or anything like that.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. I'm positive.
So you don't know nothing about this incident at all?
No, sir.
You ain't heard anything about it at all?
No, sir. As far as my grandma saying what she said and stuff like that.
And what she said again?
She had said that she think it was somebody in the family or something like that. And that dude on the corner at that store, and he told us he see like the same thing. And I was thinking to myself, it can't be, because everybody in Caleb's family is too sweet like that. And nobody on our side of the family even met that side with my grandfather. His side of the family with Caleb now. So that's why I was like, no. Y'all can't be right.
In his second interrogation, Javarsi plays mind games, trying his best to showcase his love and affection for his cousin and extended family. However, the detective knows the true nature of his heart.
I understand y'all want to know who did this and all, but as far as information, I honestly don't know. With the swab and all that, I said, I didn't see no point of doing it. Like I just told that detective right there, I said, you find anything the same day, you got my grandmother's number, you know where she live at, I'll come in and do everything.
What you mean by that? I mean, you gotta clarify for me.
I mean, as far as me not being out there since June, there's no even way of point. And for...
What do you mean find anything? What you talking about?
He said something like, if he come across anything in the next 2 or 3 months, he just want to make sure I'm out the way. But like I said, you got my grandmother's number, you got my number, you got the address. I'm not going nowhere. I'm there. I go to Spencer High School. I'm there. You call her, ask her. And like I said, I told y'all I'll think about it, but I just didn't see no point in doing that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. You know, we had to ask you. That's support of the process, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I want to say this to you again. You hear anything, or you remember something that you may not remember tonight,
give y'all a call.
Give us a call.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let me go check on some stuff. See about getting you out of here, man.
All right.
We appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming down, okay?
Can you please take me home now? I'm sleepy as a dog, man.
Yeah. Give me a few minutes, okay? I'll get you home, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The detective is pushing him to admit his guilt, but he lies through his teeth without any remorse. He even challenges the detectives and refuses to take DNA tests. But his struggle to keep his secret buried was soon about to fall apart.
I just get a vibe about you. And, you know, some just keep telling me that things not adding up here, man. I don't think you're being truthful with me.
I'm being 100% truthful with you.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. You know, I've been doing this, you know, for some time now, speaking with people, and some things you telling me, it don't make any, it's not adding up. It's not jiving.
Well, I'm telling you what I know,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I have done with Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
and as far as being around him and stuff like that.
Well, I think you know more than what you're telling me.
I honestly don't.
I do. And deep down inside, you may know why I feel that way.
Not really. As far as you asked me where my whereabouts were, I told you. My grandma can vouch for me.
Is there anything you want to get off your mind? Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, sir.
Anything you want to get off your heart?
No, sir. Sitting here looking you eye to eye as a man.
Mm-hmm. As a man.
I don't have nothing to hide. I mean, like, if you don't believe me or whatever, I mean, that's just how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I know about this. Nothing.
So a person like you want to do that?
No, sir. Never, ever. Can harm nobody.
Person like you want to kill an innocent child?
No, sir, I would not.
Person like you want to kill a grandmother?
No.
A caring person like Miss Gloria?
No.
Person like you want to kill Caleb?
No. Been straightforward with you since the first moment I walked in here.
It's about 100% clear now that Javarsi is truly a pathological liar. At this point, it's quite shocking to see that he still shows no trace of remorse. This attitude strongly hints at sociopathic tendencies. He knows that his lies are caught, but even then, he keeps on provoking the detectives.
We had some people down there talking to your grandmama. Is there any reason why they would tell us that you and Caleb were kind of like video game buddies?
We never had the same systems.
Well, I'm just asking because that's what they were telling us, which made me kind of wonder. Because you were telling me y'all weren't that close and you don't really know much about him. So you don't play no games with him online or nothing?
No,
like
sir.
That? I know Detective Malone here told you what he thought about it, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
I understand. If I knew anything, I would tell y'all. But as far as like video game buddies and stuff like that, no. I don't play any games. I don't own any games. Last game I owned was right before I lost my last job. Was working at Waffle House. I worked at Little Caesars before that, and I barely can afford to make payments on that, so I took that back.
I think you know more than you're telling me.
Which I don't.
I'm just telling. I'm being honest with you. I ain't lied to you since I come through this front door with you. But I'm just there's something in me telling me that you can help me out, and I don't know why you're holding back.
I'm not holding back. I promise you I'm not.
I'm being honest with you.
Same thing I told him.
You know, I don't. My job is not to bull people, and there's just something. Everything you're saying to me is like you want to dance around everything, and I don't get that because it's your cousin. It's not my cousin.
I understand. I'm telling you what I know. From my family members to theirs, they know I don't have much contact with Caleb. Caleb don't tell me anything. I don't do anything with him. Like as far as video games or anything.
But you say you tell me if you did, right?
Yes, sir, I would.
He's clearly trying his best to prove his emotional and mental distance from Caleb, but little does he know that the detectives have already secured enough evidence to send him to jail. Moreover, his friend Raheem has already confessed to his own involvement in the burglary and implicated Javarsi in the brutal murder of his family.
Okay, so now you guys are at the front door, and he tells you what again?
To go on the side of the house because he's not going to come out if you see 3 people.
Okay. And so you and Quez are waiting at the side of the house. What are you guys talking about when you're on the side of the house? Seriously, I mean, you're probably like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me in your own words, what did he say to you?
I said, what are we doing? He said, just be quiet and wait for him. And I was like, Okay. Then when he came to the door, he snatched him, and I just...
Well, I mean, you say snatch. Just tell me, like, real simple terms. Did you see him put his hands on him?
No. I just guess he snatched him, because when I heard it, I came around the corner.
Okay, now is the front door closed when you come around the front?
I came to the front of the corner.
Okay. I understand.
And then I looked, he had him in the front of the yard on the ground.
And so when you say he's on the ground, who's on the ground?
Javarsi and Caleb.
Okay, are they fighting?
No, he was just holding him on the ground.
Okay, who's on top?
Javarsi.
Okay, so Javarsi is physically just holding down, or has he got his knees on him, or how would you describe it?
Got it. Holding his hands on
Okay.
Holding his hands behind him.
Okay, is he asking you to help him, or how does that work?
He asked me to help him. I said, "If no," and I just stood in the bush and I sat down. Then the other boy helped him. They tied him up. I started shaking.
Okay. When you say tie him up, I think rope, but what did they tie him up with? Okay. There's all kinds of tape. What color was the tape?
I guess duct tape because it was gray.
Okay, so you're saying duct tape because it's gray or silver. Would you say silver or gray? Gray, silver, but it's shiny. Okay. When he ties him up, what hands or what part? Can you show me?
Tied him up like this.
Okay. So his hands are like this?
No, like this.
Okay, like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other tape, or he just tapes them all the way around like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's he saying to him at this time?
He just kept on saying,
Caleb is saying this?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, what's Caleb saying? He's got to be saying...
Yeah, he was just like, why? You better be playing. You better be playing.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was sitting in bushes, I seen him walk past with him.
Okay. Now, is he dragging Caleb, or, I mean...
He's walking him.
Okay, he's walking him. Okay. And what's he saying to him?
Telling him to be quiet.
Okay.
Javarsi had murdered the entire Short family and tried to stage the perfect burglary. However, his evil plan was doomed to fail, as Raheem would soon reveal exactly how and when Javarsi devised his sinister scheme.
Ouida and him, they go inside the house.
And
Quest, okay. And you stay outside. Did they tell you stay here, be the lookout, or why do you stay outside?
I didn't want anything to do with that.
Okay. Did they ask you to come in?
Yeah, they kept on telling me come on. I kept on saying I don't want nothing to do with it. That's not what I came here for.
Okay. If I had asked you what you did go there for, what would you say?
He said to go see what he got for Christmas.
Okay. So you're in the bushes. Do you see anybody drive by?
No.
Okay, so you don't see any lights or anything?
No.
Okay. How long were they inside the house for?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Okay. What do you hear? You hear any noises? You don't hear anybody screaming?
No.
You don't hear anything? Okay. So 30 minutes, and then what's the next thing someone contacts you? What happens?
Well, Quest came, he said, come on for the girl. I said, what y'all do? He didn't say nothing. And then when I was getting in the car, Javarsi came out. He said he'll be right behind us. He could get more stuff.
Okay. Okay, so now you walk to the garage, correct? Okay, now how do you know to be the driver or the passenger?
I wasn't going to be the driver.
Okay.
They asked, but I was the passenger.
Okay. And I'm not trying to put words, but I mean, are you helping them put things in the trunk, or?
No, everything was already in.
Okay, so everything was already in. Okay. What did you see that was in the vehicle?
Boxes of shoes.
Okay. Do you know any brand names of shoes, or?
Jordans.
Any other?
Nikes.
What else? TVs, PlayStations?
No, I didn't see nothing.
No TVs.
No.
So they were there just to get Was it jewelry, clothing?
Only thing I seen was shoes.
Okay, shoes. Okay. When you're looking at the garage, and it's a double car garage, is the vehicle on the left side or the right side or in the middle?
The middle.
The middle? Okay. And when you come around, you get in the passenger seat. Is Quez already in there, or you just sit in the car?
We getting in at the same time.
Okay, getting in at the same time. And you say the boxes are in the back seat, or is there a trunk? I'm not familiar.
Back seat.
Okay, back seat. Okay. And how many boxes of shoes would you say?
6.
Okay.
7, 6 or 7.
Okay.
It's important to note that Quez is actually a nickname for Rufus Leonard Burks, one of Javarsi's friends. And now the detectives are finally getting a clearer picture of where Raheem, Javarsi, and Rufus were on the day of the incident. Unlike Javarsi, Raheem isn't making things difficult for them, at least for now. But that cooperation is not going to last much longer.
So everything you think that was taken was in the VW Beetle? Okay. Why do you think Weeda didn't leave with you?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just asking. Can you guess why?
He told us he was getting more stuff. But
He said he was getting more stuff?
But later that night when I asked what did he stay for and get, he said, don't worry about any stuff.
Okay, so you guys leave, and Weeda is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the door open from the garage in? Can you see anything?
No.
Okay.
I seen the light was on.
Okay, the light was on. Can you describe any of the noises?
I didn't hear no noise.
Okay, did anybody yell, scream, anything break?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you guys back out, and Quez is driving, and tell me again, where do you go?
The same way we came.
The same exact route. Past the airplane place, past DMV. Okay. And then KFC, that way back. Now, who tells you, or why do you guys go to your final resting spot? You don't go to your house, correct?
No.
Okay, so where do you go?
He called Quez, and then he drove to Rigdon Park.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with Rigdon Park?
Yeah. I used to
Okay.
walk
Do you know
there.
why? Do you know why that area? Okay. So you drive to Rigdon Park.
I didn't drive.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. You arrive there and as a passenger, and so you're just sitting there?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long do you think you sit there?
30 minutes.
Okay. Does anybody call you, or do you call anybody?
No, Quez.
Quez is on his phone again.
No, he called Quez and tell him he was on his way.
Okay.
Then he finally came and told us to leave.
Okay, and so how do you leave that Rigdon Park?
We go out the main entrance and just turn out and just walk down the long road.
There are still gaps in the story that the detective needs to piece together as clearly as possible. What happened after they left the car in Rigdon Park still remains a mystery. Without these small but crucial details, the case remains a challenging puzzle for the detectives.
Okay, so you don't really, as soon as you leave the park, you turn left and go straight towards South Lumpkin Road?
Yeah.
Okay, you just go straight up. Why is he still in the vehicle, and why does he make you guys walk?
He said he's gonna take it somewhere else.
He didn't offer to drop you off?
No.
You didn't ask
I
him?
wasn't gonna get back.
You weren't gonna get,
No.
okay. When's the last time you see Quez?
We all walked together to watch his grandma's house.
Okay, so you stayed on Calhoun?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that where you sleep that night?
Most of the night, then I walked to my grandmother's house.
What time do you think you walked to your grandmother's house?
1 a.m.
Weeda, when's he come back?
He came back the same when we all went to his grandmother's house.
Okay, you guys walked from Rigdon Park, correct? And you walked straight there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Weeda drive somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
But he was already there when we got there.
Oh, so he beat you back?
Yeah.
Okay. And his grandmother lives on Calhoun Road. He lives with his grandmother. Okay. You have any idea what time that is, or?
11, 12.
Okay. The shoes are in the Beetle. When do the shoes leave the Beetle?
He had them there at his grandmother's house because they switched them. They switched it out the cars Only met at Rigdon Park.
Okay, so when he arrives at Rigdon Park, you're still there. You guys load up
Yeah.
the SUV, and then you walk. Okay. Where are the shoes now?
In the truck.
In the truck. Okay.
And he says he's gonna ditch the car.
Okay, so he never brings the shoes back to his grandmother's house?
He did. I don't know.
When did you see the shoes at the grandmother's house?
When we got there.
Okay. Okay, so you last saw the shoes technically in the VW, get put in the SUV, and then you walk to Calhoun, but he's already there with the shoes. And no SUV.
No SUV.
Okay. And then do you guys sit around, talk? Do they smoke? Well, what do they do?
Smoke.
What's he talk about? He tell you what happened inside?
No.
You don't get into what?
I kept asking what he did, why he stayed. And he just said, be quiet, mind your business.
Raheem and Rufus walked straight from Rigdon Park to Javarsi's grandmother's house in Calhoun. But when they reached, Javarsi was already there, having abandoned the SUV. Clearly, Raheem's statement about leaving Caleb's house and reaching his grandmother's house contains a significant time discrepancy. Javarsi texts Raheem around 12 p.m. Roughly, after 2 hours, they meet at Javarsi's grandmother's house. At around 5 p.m., they meet Rufus. Then, at about 5:30, they're at Caleb's house. Raheem and Rufus then leave in the SUV. Later, Raheem and Quez come back to Javarsi's grandmother's house around 11 or 12 p.m. But when they arrived at Javarsi's grandmother's house, the SUV was nowhere to be found, and the shoe boxes had already been unloaded. So, the question remained, how did Javarsi manage to ditch the SUV and the other car so quickly, reaching his grandmother's house faster than his friends? Unfortunately, Javarsi and Rufus still refused to provide the missing details, keeping much of the story unrevealed. On January 12, 2016, Javarsi was arrested based on the evidence gathered from his grandma's house. It's regrettable to see that all three of the perpetrators of this case were juveniles. In 2018, Javarsi Tapley was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Raheem Gibson was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and Rufus Burks was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences. In the courthouse, Caleb's sister Shamika confronted Javarsi, showing him a picture of him, Caleb, and Gigi swimming together in the pool. However, Javarsi showed no remorse, making it clear that his actions were driven by jealousy and was still consumed with rage. Javarsi was loved by Gloria and her family. He also spent the summers with the Short family. Despite being unconditionally loved by the Short family, Javarsi chose to destroy this sweet, close-knit family out of his jealousy toward Caleb. But was it jealousy, or did Javarsi have a sociopathic side that no one knew about? If Caleb was the reason, why did Javarsi brutally kill his mother and Gigi? How could Caleb have never seen this dark side of his cousin? Or was it simply the love that blinded the Short family, making them trust their close relatives without question? Feel free to share your opinions. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any cases you want us to cover, please share your suggestions in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to uncover more cases like this from around the world. Until then, stay safe